anymore. And it makes me sad because I miss hanging out with y'all. But the past couple weeks have been so challenging. So I just want to be candid that it's not lack of desire, it's not lack of wanting to connect. It's really just realizing that I am a 30-year-old person or 35-year-old person, excuse me. I'm a person in my 30s. I'm 35 and I need to take naps. Like, I'm realizing that you really have to take naps. And I wish that in my 20s I had been more about it. Cause now it feels like I'm like this is gonna sound how it sounds. Hey Capricorn, it feels like I used to think naps were like missing out. I used to think I'd be missing out on something. And now I'm like, bitch, let me miss it. Like, let me miss it. Let me get this rest. But yeah, no, I woke up a few hours ago actually. Um, cause I actually have some shit to do in the morning. Like something annoying happened at work. And so now I'm up at the ass crack of dawn trying to get something done, trying to be a 420 fairy, and my God, I am tired. I am so tired. But I know that I have to be up for like the next 6 hours. Like, not really for real. Like, if I wanted to go back to sleep, I could, but it's not realistic. So I feel like I'm about to invest some time in getting the fuck up. But I also want to talk about something that I did. Because I'm still kind of sitting with it and I'm still kind of just feeling the effects of it. But yeah, no, I cut my mom off again and like I've been trying for years to cut her off, to get away from her, to not accept how she treated me. It's been a long ass road and it's wild to think about, but I I don't know what the fuck happened, but I just was like sitting there yesterday and not even yet. Well, yeah, I guess it was yesterday. I was sitting there and I was just like, what the fuck? Because the last time I spoke to my mom, I called her and it was just me trying to check in on her. Nothing more, nothing less. And she's telling me like the worst story ever. My mom is a CNA, which is wild. Not a CNA, but she's a in-home care worker. And I don't want to go into everything, but like the fact that my mom is trusted to help elderly people survive is wild. Because her children were taken by the state. So it's kind of just like, how do y'all run these background checks? How do y'all make sure who's around your elders makes sense? I'm not trying to kick her while she down. I'm just saying though, like it was always weird to me that like you can have your kids taken by the state and somehow you're still working with vulnerable communities. I just don't understand that, but go off. Go off. And so my mom is like caretaking for many elders in the South. And I'm not trying to do too much because I personally don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I really, like, there's a part of me that wishes I could love her, but I know that I can't. So I have to really accept that. But she's just telling me the worst stories. And it's like, damn, that sucks. Like, and I'm just like trying. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just trying my best to just let it go, not be too fucking invested. Um, just try to listen to the story for the nuggets about her. But at some point, she reveals to me she ain't paid her rent yet. And I literally told her, I was like, I don't have any money. I was like, I am broke as fuck. I was like, but I was like, I could ask my partner if I could borrow $100 from him and I will pay him back at some point, but the best I can do. And my mom was like, oh, you got money? And the way she said it was just so weird. Cause it's like, sweetie, you literally just told me You just told me that you're down bad. You ain't paid your rent. It's damn near the middle of fucking April. I'm over here talking about I will borrow the money. Like I wasn't even going to tell her what I was going to do to get the money. I was just like, I could probably help you with 100. Just trying to be fucking, just a bitch that ain't fucking not giving a fuck about they damn mama. You know, I don't give a fuck about her for real. If I'm being so for real, I really don't give that much of a fuck about her. But I ain't want to be like that. And so, of course, she's like, "Oh, you got money." Like the way she said it, like, oh, you're good. And it's like, no, who the fuck is good? Like, that's the thing that had me kind of blown. I'm like, who's good? Like, the fuck? Like, if anybody offers me anything or is nice to me, I'm like, thank you. Because I don't think anyone's good. But my mom is just she's such a shady little bitch. Like, I really cannot stand her ass. Actually, fuck that. We're gonna make some tea. Cause it's early in the morning. Early in the morning. Damn, what kind of tea should I make? Dang. I really don't know. I don't know. I think I might just let the water boil. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I just woke up. We're gonna wash our face together. We're gonna do that. We're definitely going to do that. Bitch, the water filter, I'm so grateful for you, but you are so slow. Hurry up and give me all the tea water. But yeah, as I was saying though, my mom just had this reaction like, oh, you're doing good? And it's like, no, I'm not doing good, bitch. But at the same time, just because I'm not doing good don't mean that I can't fucking help nobody. But I feel like, ew, I'm sorry, I hate that fucking fan. But like on some people pleasing, like I genuinely think, I just wanted to make my mom feel good. Like I just wanted to make her feel loved. And I'm realizing in retrospect, like that's for me to feel. Like I know some people might not agree, but I think like our parents, they bring us to this earth. We're supposed to get one-sided care. We're supposed to get one-sided support. We're supposed to get all of the love and kindness that these motherfuckers can possibly muster. And yet, we live in a world that will really try to make you think you're crazy for needing those things. And well, no, I don't know, bitch. I do not know. I don't know. I really want to just impress that I probably don't make any fucking sense, and that's just fine. Like, I feel like I'm creating content for me. I'm creating content for me to watch back at some point, and I know some people may not appreciate that. And some people may not appreciate that this is a channel that is inconsistent and messy and a little bit weird, but that's okay with me. I'm okay with being a weird one. I'm okay with not being like you and you not being like me. But bitch, it's the way that I'm hurt mainly because I know that I'm never gonna have a mom. And a bitch could like really pop you out her coochie, but that's not your mom. That's just tragic. Like, it's one of the more tragic things. But oh bitch, I cannot wait to drink this tea. But yeah, it's not the worst thing. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna put on a shirt. Yeah, I know. Ooh, I love this song. I know I'm like seeming unhinged. I am. I know I'm seeming like really wild. I am. I'm not good, but I feel like that's part of getting better, right? It's just being like, yeah, I'm fucked up. But yeah, like I said, I'm over here talking to my mom. I'm over here saying that I'll send her $100. She over here acting like I'm trying to flex on her over $100. But I was like, okay. I was like, I'm just trying to be supportive, you know? And at some point, her energy is very much like, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what life is like. And it's frustrating because her energy is very much like, oh, I have a harder life than you. My life is so hard. And it's like, oh, okay, I hear you. But here's the thing for me. How can you, as my parent, tell me about how hard your life is when you actively already made my life hard as fuck? Like, I just feel like I'm not the one you should be talking to. Like I feel like you gotta talk to somebody else. Like, I feel like if you fuck up your kid's life, I low key feel like you should never bring them a burden or a problem. Like, that's how I really feel. I feel like if your kids are lost in the motherfucking government or in a foster care home, like, I just feel like you don't really get to tell them no more sad stories. You don't get to tell them you having a bad day. Like, you just don't get to do that. And my mom is not that girl. My mom is the type of girl that's like, oh, I did you dirt. Get over it. And it's like, girl, no. So, anyways, like I said, I was on the phone with her and I called her because she had called me a couple weeks ago, but I ain't really want to talk. And then on top of it, I thought she was I thought she was a job interview that I was like low key late for. So I was like, bitch, I don't want to have to explain myself. And then when I saw it was her, because I don't save her number, I was like, oh, this lady. But then I also have to hold that, like, I'm not saving your number. Like, I literally came out of your coochie and I'm not saving your number. That's not good. That's not good. So again, it's just the way I was sitting there and I looked at the clock after I had the thought about why the fuck am I doing this shit? It was 111 and I was like, girl, not I'm about to go through a portal. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful as fuck that I had that moment where I was like, wait, she brought me here. And I told her that the last time we spoke, I was like, you brought me here. And the bitch was like, I'm crying. I'm crying. Here's my thing. I'm non-binary, so I'll never be mad if you think that I'm a man. I'm gonna get you out of here because I don't really care. But yeah, like, I'm non-binary, you guys. I don't give a fuck if you think I got a dick, a pussy. Bitch, I have both. Stay confused. Anyways, so fucking tell me why her energy was just so fucking weird. Like, she really wanted me to feel some type of way, but it's like, bitch, why the fuck would I feel any type of way? Like, I don't think my mom realizes, like, I survived childhood abuse, the foster care trafficking system, like, motherfucking being left to my own devices at 17 years old in a new city. Like, as far as I'm fucking concerned, I'm not that fucking impressed, but I just get a vibe like my mom really thinks, like, it's normal. Like, we're having a normal life. It's like, we're not. We're fucking not, bitch. Like, we're not having a normal life. We're not. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm over here trying to talk to my mom like she's a regular person and be her friend and shit. And it's just funny because it's like I feel like in reality, I so badly think like, oh, like, just like I told y'all before in my last video, sometimes I really think like, oh, I could talk to this person. I can still figure this out. It's like, why the fuck do you think that? Like, why the fuck do you think that another person gonna fucking listen to you just because you want to talk to them? Like, it's very bizarre in retrospect, but I'm grateful that I can at least sit with myself and be like, self, what the fuck are you doing? Because I really just, it's the role reversal for me. Like, I have a shitty ass mama who never learned how to love me or her fucking self in there. And I'm over here trying to figure out why I'm having a hard time trusting that a white bitch means me no good. And like, I know some of y'all don't want to hear shit like that. I don't give a fuck. Like, if y'all only knew how many times I literally spared white people just because I just was worried about seeming like I hate all of y'all. And I hate that shit. Like, that's the thing that blows me about white supremacy. Well, not the only thing, but another thing is like how many times I just like didn't even bother. Cause I'm like, oh, watch me say this or that thing, and now this white person racist. And it's just so wild how you really want to take ownership of white supremacy. Like you really want to think it's down to you. Bitch, how the fuck? How the fuck? Like, can you like, babe, I don't want to do too much, but can you imagine like you find out that your people been killing, your people been being evil, like, and you think, oh my God, like imagine thinking that you are the reason why anybody white did anything. Sweetie. It's the historicity for me, bitch. It's the historicity for me. But what do I know? I'm just a bitch making a motherfucking caramel vanilla chai, bitch. That's all I know. And bitch, it's the way I'm making a hot tea and I want to just drink an orange icy lava burst. Like, ooh, bitch, I hate that for me real bad. Like, I be really trying to fucking be on my good morning. Let me drink a grounding tea. And my cells inside my body, I swear, I'm about to be laughing. Hold up. I dead ass was like, let us wake up and have a kale smoothie. Let us wake up and have a kale smoothie. Let us wake up and do something different with our day. And then the reality is this is what kind of day I want to have right now. But I'm dead ass making some hot tea, bitch. I'm so sick. Like it's the way that I want to put the tres leches and the donut together and make them fuck. And then just drink this as a pregame. Bitch, I have a juice box in my bathroom right now. I know you're probably like, bitch, you're doing too much. No, I'm doing enough. I'm doing enough. Have you seen The World? Get off me. Get off me. Get off. I have an emergency juice box in the bathroom just in case. Bitch. It's bad. It's bad out here. And yeah, my tea is ready. But I already seen the orange icy lava burst. And it's something going on with the spirits, with the planets. Let's blame Chiron. Word. I'm sorry to hear that, street hierarchy. I'm truly sorry to hear that. I hate to hear. Because I feel like I got the salt diabetes, not the sugar one. But I feel for all the sugar ones. Because the sugar one's the hardest one, bitch. I'm going to pray for all of y'all. For real. For real. The sugar one is the hardest one. It is. Sure is. But I see y'all doing it. I see y'all doing y'all big one. Damn. I'm gonna do a mint tea, bitch. Give me a little mint. Oh, wait, no, bitch. No, because I already put some fucking shit. Maybe that's not going online. That shit's gonna be nasty. Ooh. It's true. Oh, it's your first time? Okay. I mean, just talk about whatever you want. But yeah, I'm gonna just be talking about my mom. So that's really what I'm doing this morning. I'm talking shit about cutting off my narc mom. So if the questions aren't aligning with that, that's fine. But just so you know, I'm gonna find a way to come back to my narc mom. I really, really want to talk shit about her so bad, but not like, oh, fuck her, da, da, da. But it's just like me realizing like how much of a pick me my mom is. And like just being so sad about it. Like, I don't know what the fuck hit me. But there was a video that I posted like 13 years ago called An Awkward Moment. And in the video, my mom is breaking up with her boyfriend. Yes, you heard me right. In the video, my mom is breaking up with her boyfriend. Keep in mind, bitch, I'm literally on live doing a makeup tutorial. I was 13 when I got taken by the state. But yeah, no. Like I was saying, I realized I'm very late in that video. And I don't even think I really realized it. Like that wasn't funny. Like it's like I'm watching the video because it still exists on my channel. But I was literally watching my mom and her man break up. And in retrospect, I realized like he was cheating on her bad. And like so bad that at some point he had a baby on her and she was taking care of the baby. Yeah. And I remember like just like looking at her and looking at the baby and just real like I'm like doing quick math. I'm like, sweetie, you've been with this man for like 6-7 years. Where the fuck did a baby come from? And she was like, hush, you know, like her energy was very much like, shut the fuck up. Don't be talking about, you know, don't be talking about that shit, you know. She was very upset. But she would be playing with the baby. She'd be taking care of the baby. And I just remember like asking her, like, you know, like what, like, do this make sense? And my mom said some shit to me that I'll never forget. She was like, shut up. She's like, because if I can redo my life, I don't know who all would be here. And I'm looking at her like, sweetie, I was the first one to come out the coochie, so I don't even know why the fuck you looking at me. Like, woo. I'm like, are you trying to say something about a bitch? Like, are you trying to, like, what? I'm crying. No, I didn't even age out. What's worse is like they told me that they were giving me a free ride to college. Like I was told that like based on like my family causing me this much harm and distress that I would be able to get a free ride scholarship. So in my mind, I'm like, bitch, even though my family is evil, like I won the lottery. Like in my mind, I'm like, girl, I was never going to college if I stayed with these hoes. Like, it's the way my mom was never going to help me go to college. So, as far as I was concerned, I was like, how in the fuck I got abused by this bitch and her boyfriend, and me and my brothers both got taken away, or we all three got taken away, but now they're offering me a full ride scholarship. Nobody else got that, but I was the only one who went into foster care. Everybody else got to go with family. And it's just the way that like everybody acted like I was so hard to deal with when, sweetie, like it's the way like I just look at my life and I just realize, like, you just ever realize like motherfuckers like they did not have any framework for caring for children, and it didn't matter because you weren't a child. Like it's the way that you were never a child with some people, and that's why you never felt like it. That's why you never felt that shit, because you never got to be a child. But that's what I think about. But yeah, no, I got taken when I was 13. They told me I was going to get a full ride scholarship. Keep in mind, when you're 13, you're literally going to college. Like that was like my, actually delete. I wasn't going to college, but like when you're 13, or I had a late birthday. So I graduated when I was 17. And so at 13, I'm freshman year, right? So my entire high school was fucked up. Like I went to like 3 different high schools, bitch. I went to a place called Pathways to Technology in Hartford, Connecticut. Waterbury, Connecticut. I went to Hartford Public High School for like a couple weeks. And then I went to Orville H. Platt, and I'm probably lying. I probably went to another high school, but I just can't remember. But I remember distinctly 3 different high school experiences, and it was wild because like the high school I graduated from was in like a predominantly white area. And then I went to Hartford Public High, which is predominantly, it's a predominantly black school in that like there's mostly black kids there. And it was just like the way that school was run versus every other school I had ever gone to in my life. And I was just like, good God. And again, it's not me trying to be disparaging towards anybody who lives there. It's just me trying to offer that like, I didn't realize because I was living in like Meriden, Connecticut, that like that
part of town was so white and so non-black that like going to a predominantly black high school, I just started noticing like how much like the infrastructure was crumbling. The food, oh my god, like I just remember like in the school that was in the whiter district, like the lunch ladies were smiling, they were nice. They at some point at some point in the white school district, we were getting pizza from like Domino's delivered to our school. And then at some fucking point, they were like, it's too expensive to do this shit. Plus Domino's nasty. And so the lunch ladies learned how to make pizza, bitch. Slop badly. And so when I went to school in a predominantly black area, I was just like, this is what y'all really serving people to eat. It was so tragic. Like, it was a type of food that was so bad that you had to go and get you a hot Cheeto. You had to go and get you a Dorito. You had to go and get you a soda. Like, you had to spend money at that school when it came time to eat because the free options were so disgusting. And it was just like, damn, like that's what y'all think is normal to serve people? Like this is life? And so again, and as I said, I was only in that school for a couple weeks because there was another school that like I don't even know how the fuck I got up in there. I think I had to like write something for a scholarship, but it was a school that was clearly, it was what was it? I guess I don't even know. In retrospect, it probably was a fucking tax write-off. Like, like highest of keys, like it was a school that was inside of a school. Cause I remember like there was like an upstairs where our school was, but we were inside of another school and it was called Pathways to Technology. Again, a school called Pathways to Technology, bitch. I'm so sorry. It's funny as hell to think about it, but it was a school that was seemingly trying to help the kids who were more tech savvy elevate in career fields that were more tech based, if that makes sense. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, like I was saying though, there was just this energy of like, oh, we're just gonna serve these kids slop. Like I just remember just seeing the food. The water was bad too. Like you couldn't really drink the water. And again, it's the ways that like I didn't at that point realize that's what I was experiencing was like anti-blackness, was like the redlining, the ways that like school districts will like really make sure that like the less taxes your school is getting, the less resources that the state will provide. Like it's very bizarre. It's like if a school comes from a richer neighborhood, they'll put more money on it. But if it doesn't, they'll put less money on it when it's like it really should be the other way around. It's like the state will really help you if you're already giving money to the state. But the less money you get to the state is like, when it's like that's where we need to bridge the gap, duh, bitch. But anyways, like I was saying though, my mom, her energy was just very much like, oh, like I haven't paid my rent, I'm broke. Here's the thing, I tried to stay in contact with my mom, but I want to say that like after my mom and I ended up like I want to say in the beginning, like when they took us away, I came back. Like when they first took us away, I would visit her because I missed her. And she would tell me the saddest stories, bro. And I would feel bad for her. Like she would be like, she's like, I miss y'all so much. She's like, I would throw sunflower seeds around the house. She's like, I would just dirty up the house. And I'm just like, that's what we were to you? Someone dirtying up the house? Like, that's so sad. But I'll never forget that. Like the thing that she was really like fucked up about was how like, the house was too clean. And where are her babies? And where are her babies that make messes? And it's like, and so in the beginning, I thought like visiting her and staying close to her would make us closer. And so that's what I was doing. I was going on about, they told me not to visit her too. Like in the beginning, they were like, don't go over there. They were like, you need to like visit her at the mall. Like that was the thing. They tried to make us go to a mall to meet up and kick it. And at first it was working, but then she would like dead ass, I would go to the mall and then she would just drive me to her house. So then it just got to the point where it's like, why don't I just go to your house? Why are we meeting at the mall? And on top of it, my mom's poor. So it's like telling a poor person to go to the mall for their visitation with their child It's kind of crazy. So we just started hanging out in person, but we weren't supposed to. Like, we weren't supposed to be doing that. It was a violation. But I didn't care at that point because in my mind, I'm like, I want to show my mom I still love her, even though, like, you know. And so I feel like from 13 to, I mean, I feel like I did take breaks off her, but I feel like the breaks were not breaks. Like, I feel like I had therapy with her a little bit, but barely. I feel like the therapy was mostly for me. I think that the fucking courts knew, like, let's focus on the baby. The courts was like, let's not put her in the room with the bitch. You gotta get in the corner. Let me see, I got something out the corner. I know you heard that. Exactly, case closed. Wait, your mom called them to come get you? That's fucking crazy as hell. Like, see, my mom, she dead ass was like, I think she realized like I was trying to be close to her because I didn't know what else to do. Like getting taken from my mom, I feel like the first thing that happened was we went into like a kid's shelter, and then my two brothers got taken immediately. Like, I was the only one that like got left in the shelter. And then from there, I went to live with my auntie, but my auntie's a single mama. Or excuse me, my auntie is a child-free person. And I wish in retrospect that I just had more protection, because like it's the way that my child-free aunt like took me in, but I don't think she really wanted to. And in retrospect, my mom was trying to tell me that like my child-free auntie and my child-free uncle, who were like brother and sister who lived together in the same household, apparently they were both supposed to be like parenting me, but my uncle was not ever moving like a parent, and my aunt was doing like a lot of like hard correction. And I liked my aunt Brenda because she was a nice bitch. Like, she always was nice to me. Like, as a kid, I just remember her being such a kind spirit. But when I moved into her home, it just felt like she was trying to like be on some boot camp Aunt Brenda shit. And it's like, sweetie, you're the auntie that literally sings like "You Are My Sunshine" to me. Like, she was like the only adult that I felt like was emotionally intelligent bitch. And it's like, as soon as I moved in with her, she was just so mean. And it was just like, what the fuck? And so I was mean back to her ass. Like, because it just felt like, don't you see what's happening? But I wasn't even thinking like that. I was just kind of like, fuck you. Like, it is weird. It's like, I felt like we were like enemies, like so bad. And it sucked. Because she was my favorite aunt. She was such a fun person. Like, I really like have so many good memories from like being a child. And then like living with her was just such a mind fuck, because it's like I never thought she would be like this. And I have to also hold that, like, I'm 13. I'm trying to find a way to exist fully. Like, I used to have two brothers. Now I'm an only child. Like, a lot of new things were happening, and not one adult like realized like this is not her regular life. And so I just feel like my aunt and me not working out was tragic, but also like just like going from her house to the next house, which is supposed to be my godmother, who I found out wasn't actually my godmother. Like, somehow I had two godmothers, but only one of them was nice. Like, I don't know what my mom was up to. I don't know how the fuck you get two godmothers, but yeah, basically, like, I feel like after me and my aunt like didn't work out, like, and like I lived with my aunt for like maybe like 6 months. Like, it was maybe 6 months, and then like around my birthday, I went to live with my godmother, or the second godmother, Miss Bianchi, and Miss Bianchi was fucking weird as hell. Like, in retrospect, and like the more I think about her, the more it's just like, whoa, like
she wanted a kid so bad. Ugh. Like Rumpelstiltskin type vibes. Like she was over here trying to get my baby brother so bad. Like she wanted my white passing baby brother so bad. But she settled for me and she treated me so terribly. And like I'm grateful that Tyler didn't go there because she would have ate his ass up. Like, I mean, obviously I'm upset that I was there, but it's just like it's the way that like whoo, yeah. And I lived with her like twice. Like I lived with her when I was a kid before. Like my mom had sent me to go live with her for a little bit. And she used to just leave me at her house like a dog, bro. Like I'll never forget this. Like sometimes she would let me go to like this, like it was like a Christian summer camp. It was like a day camp for kids, but it was Christian based. And then and we had to do workbooks called like ACEs. I'm gonna look this shit up because there's got to be like some sort of manufacturing something where they got like all these books for kids. Like it's out of control. But basically, I was like living with her when I was like maybe 8 or 9. And I think my mom was just broke and was just like, take one of my kids. Like that happens to like some kids, like their family's broke as fuck. So they just give one of the kids away for the summer or for a couple months or maybe a year. Who fucking knows? But some of y'all know what that's like. But yeah, no, I lived with Miss Bianchi when I was a younger child. But then when I was like 13, 14, I lived with her again after my aunt. And when I had lived with her before, that was when she was like beating on me and like playing gospel music. And I was like, why do you play gospel music when you beat me? And she's like, because she's like, I want people to think that you're worshiping God. And I just started thinking to myself, like, okay, so there's people that like maybe listening to gospel music and crying and screaming and carrying on. And like, that's not what I'm seeing isn't what's really happening. So that woman, honestly, like as much as I think she's a ghoul, she really did have me thinking as a child, like, oh, sometimes people will be crying and screaming and people will think it's something else happening. And so that had me sitting with like religion. That also had me looking up into the sky like, so you see this bitch beating me and playing music that's supposed to be like sanctifying and supposed to be like valid, like there's supposed to be music, like the music that's playing is supposed to be good music, God. Why is this bad thing happening? Like, and it's the way that I'd be like, hello? It's the way in my mind I'd be like, I know I can't talk to you out loud, but hello? And it's the ways that, again, I know some people are religious. I'm not trying to even go there too much, but it's the way that like she would play gospel music and tell me that the whole point was to trick people into thinking that I'm worshiping God while I'm being beaten. And I'm just like, like sometimes adults, like I'm some Matilda, like adults be telling kids stuff that have them like, Anyways, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I appreciate everybody for just like taking time to hear me out and listen. Genuinely. Thank you. Scars, I appreciate you, Wish. Like, you're a baddie. I mean, here's my thing. Like, I do think that my auntie, I think she knew my mom was not shit. And I think that she wanted to do her best. But I also know, like, as a child-free person myself, I could not take nobody kids. You feel me? Like, God forbid my baby brother, with his daughter, something go on. I can't do anything about that. And I'm really not about to play like I can. I would never put myself in that situation. And again, maybe my aunt thought my Uncle James was going to be, maybe they thought. But I just feel like the way it all shook out, it's like, sweetie, woo. And again, it's the way that like my auntie got rid of me on some like, she didn't even tell me. Like one day my bags was packed. Like I swear I came home from school. I think I had plans with somebody. Like it was that quick. Like I literally came home from school, my bags was packed. Not one conversation, nothing. And I remember being hurt, but I knew I couldn't do shit about it. So I just let it go. But then I ended up at Miss Bianchi's house. And the way that she got rid of me was even crazier because, like, it's the way that the social worker was not my normal social worker. And the social worker kept saying, you're not needed here anymore. You're not needed here anymore. And it's like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you should not be saying that to a child. Like, you should not be telling a child they're not needed anywhere at this place. But again, it's the way that, like, they literally had my bags packed
back to back, bitch. And we're just kind of like, and it's like, don't you think you should at least tell the baby, like, hey, we're gonna transition you to another space. Like, it's not working. Like, never. They never bothered to tell me. And so I feel like that's why like being homeless be hitting me so hard, because it's like, it's the way motherfuckers won't even tell you, like, hey, we're about to do something, we're gonna do something in our best interest. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but like, if you're gonna move in your best interest regardless, why not just say? So we all know, so that we can all move in our best interest. Because if you're telling me what's about to happen to me, then I can make a move. But I feel like that's the whole point of them not saying shit, right? Because they don't want me to make a move. They want me to be unsuspecting. They want me to be like, oh no, what's going on? Like, they want me to be fucking goofy out here. And so they're not gonna say a damn word. They're just going to let this. They gonna let the fucking social worker come and pick my ass up. And it's the way the social worker that I had, I thought he was a cool dude, but then one day I found out from his supervisor that he'd be lying on me. Like, I don't know how me and the supervisor started talking, but I had said something, and she's like, she's like, he always says that you be crying to go to the buffet, that you be crying to go to do. And I just looked at her and was like, I'm 13 years old. Like, I literally just looked at this grown woman like, ma'am, I'm 13 years old. And then she like had to like sit there for a moment and realize she was getting played by this fat white man, because my social worker was this fat white man named Andrew. Andrew, you sick bitch. But I don't even remember his fucking last name, bitch, anymore. But this motherfucker used to come get me and used to use the government's money to take me to good ass restaurants. I'm not complaining. But bitch, it's the way he would lie to his boss and be like, oh, this fat bitch said, excuse me, she want to go to the, whatever the fuck, I can't remember the name of the place. But there was some spot that he would stay taking me, and it was so tasty, bitch. It was so yummy. But he would really be lying on me. He would be really being like, oh, she's crying. She's crying. She needs to go to this restaurant. I'm like, girl. So yeah, it's the way that like a lot of adults, it's the way a lot of adults use my situation to make it seem like, oh, and it's like, girl, how the fuck is a 13-year-old using a fucking a state credit card? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, he was a weird man. And again, he was not interested in rehabilitation, in anything good happening to me, bitch. But he was using my fat ass to get a good meal, bitch. Certainly was. See, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't fucking know. I don't even know all the tea about him, but I'll never forget Andrew's ugly ass. He was so annoying. I really hated him. And I honestly, in retrospect, I'm sure he lied on me so bad. Right. But meanwhile, the supervisor was like, in that convo, the supervisor was trying to figure out, like, are you a fat, evil bitch? Because it was giving, like, he was trying to make it seem like, oh, she's so fat and she's so hungry, I have to feed her. It's like, girl, are you okay? Like, why are you lying? You don't even know what I'm doing right now, but I'm being bad. I'm being bad. I've been trying to like cut down my tobacco usage, and I definitely ran out of my allotted amount of tobacco for the week period. And I don't think they knew that I knew where it was hidden. Bitch, I know. But I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm crying. I don't know what the fuck that is. My mom is an addict. Yeah, no, my mom is a crackhead. I'm crying. But yeah, no, my mom is a crackhead, but she's also like addicted to cigarettes, addicted to coffee, addicted to dick. Like, no shade. No shade, no shade, no shade. Like I mean that so I mean that kindly. Like okay, all right, thank you. But yeah, no. But yeah, no, my dad is the opposite though. My dad like hates drugs. He thinks drugs are bad. He hates smoking. He hates drinking. My dad is the type that will be. My dad raw dogs life, and it shows. You know. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you for understanding. But yeah, no, my mom is addicted to dick, crack, probably a little bit of weed too, but mostly cigarettes. Mostly cigarettes, mostly crack, mostly alcohol, and she's also very much not interested in any kind of conversation regarding the past. Like if I bring any of this shit up, that bitch is hanging up on me. And honestly, that's what got me to get the fuck with her officially. Cause like the last time we spoke on the phone, she hung up on me when I told her like, ma'am, I was like, I'm still traumatized about what happened. Like I'm still like it's still traumatizing. And I also feel like for like the past like few months, I've been trying to explain to her that like the job climate is bad. And I'm trying to tell her, like, you know, I like, and again, my mom is white passing. So I'm trying to explain to her, I'm like, ma'am, I was like, I am a light skinned person who is mixed. People have had no problem hiring me. Anti black people have hired me before because they thought I was non black, or rather, they know I'm non black. Or my black ancestry wasn't offending them. I'll say that. But with that being said, the way that white supremacy is operating, like it's not like it's the climate is different now. Like it's very different. On top of that, I remember being able to be candid about white supremacy, like white people being like racist, and like people being like, thank you. And people being like, thank you for the information. Now it's like your days are numbered. Like I just remember for like a little minute, you could tell someone that white people were being anti-black and it would matter a little bit. And I'm saying that as a mixed person, so I'm probably again biased and full of shit. What I'm trying to offer though is that I remember talking about white supremacy candidly and people operating like it mattered. That was happening. At this point now, I don't feel comfortable telling anyone, and I'm not even gonna put an asterisk on that. I'm not comfortable telling anyone shit was anti-black unless we trust each other. I don't trust everybody to tell everybody shit is anti-black. I don't do that. I can't anymore. I used to. I used to immediately. Now I'm like, cause you tell somebody shit is anti-black, now it's a challenge. Now they want to fight you. Now they want to get your shit deleted. Now they want to fight with no. Like I really used to be like so ready to tell anybody the good news, you know, white supremacy is a lie, a trick, you know, a manipulation. Now I'm just like horse blinders. Word. Shout out to being a mixed person who is aware that they're a mixed person. What up, Fiona? Hope you're doing well. Try to get your mom to stop getting high. Damn. And see, you're saying racial ambiguousness for the win. Nobody could tell what we are. That's not true. Like, I feel like that's the thing about being mixed is like, or rather being mixed with black ancestry. People may not be able to tell like what you are, but that's not what this is about. Like, anti-blackness is global. So we have to be candid that like yeah people may be like squinting and being like what kind of mixed are you, but if we know, if we're aware, then it doesn't look that way, at least to me. I don't see it that way at this point. And I feel like I don't think I ever was like, oh, I look like so many different races, or I look so. I never was that kind of mixed person. I was always the kind of mixed person that like was aware that I had recent admixture, but I was also operating like that's up, like that could be exotification. That could be, you know what I mean? Like I was taking it, I was on a different route. And this is not me trying to like elevate myself. I'm just trying to offer that, like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, people do ask me what I'm mixed with, and yeah, people do ask me where my people are from, but I'm not invested in that. And I used to think that that mattered. I know now that that's not true. Like, it's the way that, like, white people will be like, hold on now, I'm not a Klan member. Hold on now. I've given money to BLM. Like, it's the way that, like, when you're privileged, you're like, I wasn't like them. And it's like, that don't matter. That don't matter. But some people will act like, you know, they'll be like, oh, oh, that's true. You weren't being as bad as these other people. And it's like, I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm trying to offer that, like, my thought process. I didn't never had to unlearn that mixed people weren't automatically better. I'm grateful. I never internalized that false idea. I'm grateful that, like, I never was like, oh, we're light skinned. But I remember seeing girlies like that. Like that girlie I was telling you that fucked my man in the swamp. She was one of those girlies. Like, she literally said to me one time, she's like, Drake makes music for mixed light skinned girls. And I just remember, like, just pausing. I didn't ask her what she meant. I just kind of sat with it. Like, I just didn't understand what she meant. But I, like, in that moment, I, like, didn't know what to even ask. Like, I just remember just, like, I think I probably nervous laughed at the bitch, but I let it sit in my mind long enough to hold it till now. I haven't seen that bitch in over 10 years now at this point, I believe. It's been at least 10 years. Fuck. Good God. Jesus. But yeah, no, I don't even think it's a higher frequency. I'm just trying to offer that, like, I had a white passing mama who was saying she was black. I feel like if I would have had like a white Anglo mother who wasn't mixed, you know what I mean? If my mom wasn't mixed and was invested in the project of whiteness, maybe I would be moving that way. My mom was more so like, oh, we're all black. Black comes in many colors. She was one of those. And so I never thought like I'm better than someone. I'm like, I'm one of the black folk who are like just not as deep dark skinned. Like, that's how I thought about it. It's like I just happen to be lighter skinned, but that doesn't mean anything truly. And so again, even like thinking like that though, even thinking like I'm one of the mixed people, I'm one of the lighter skinned black folk. And like, again, the ways that that's problematic, because I was one of the mixed people, you know, in black spaces. So I am a guy and you're a guy too. We're all dudes. What's up? I love when men come in here and they're like, you're a guy. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you so much. Like, big dick energy, bitch, with my pussy. Like, I just live for when men are like, hold on. Like, not me exuding masculinity, like not me man spreading with my pussy out and I'm giving dick. I'm giving big dick. I'm giving big dog. I love that for me. Thank you. You have no idea. My pussy just sat up higher, bitch. Pussy just straightened up. Thank you. They said I'm giving main character. They said I'm giving autonomous. Absolutely. They said I'm taking up space. That's the thing. Like, I feel like we have to really sit with what people are trying to tell you when they try to like misgender you, when they try to like make you feel like, oh, you're a man. That's a man, Maury. Like, you gotta really break it down. Like, what you trying to say, bitch? I ain't worried. I ain't shrinking myself. I'm not worried about perception. Does that bother you? Damn, you bothered as fuck. You bothered watching a stranger. Go get some water, babe. I could tell you dehydrated as fuck. Mm-hmm. You called my pussy a monster clam? Thank you. I will be using that in the group chat. Tipping an invisible cap to you, bitch. Tapping an invisible cap to you. Bitches are going to be laughing at that one. Thank you. Thank you for helping my comedy. I'm not a hater. I'm so glad I didn't put no monetization on this because bitch, it's the way I'm about to play some baby mother. Damn bitch, don't send me no $2. God damn it. Not now. If I play music, they're gonna play with me. They're gonna be like, we're keeping this $2. Like I swear, YouTube is so crazy. YouTube is like, oh, you wanna play music? We're taking that ad revenue, bitch. But you know what though? I will say this. I have noticed that like if you play music from a smaller creator, they will dead ass give your ad money to the smaller creator, which I think is cute. But don't be giving my money to motherfucking. Well, I don't be playing them, but I was gonna say like, don't be giving my money to fucking Eminem or some shit. That'd be fucking tragic. But yeah, I feel like I know I'm like spiraling a little bit about my mom, but I feel like I literally I'm crying. Somebody like literally went to the video. Somebody literally went to the video of my mom breaking up with her boyfriend that I posted and left a comment saying, "You're literally talking about this video on live." Meta, weird, meta, weird. Appreciate you. Whoa. This is what happens when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. This is what happens when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you smoke a secret spliffy. This is just what happens. Like, this feels like a fever dream. I'm just grateful we're here, bitch, honestly, because, my God, the past couple fucking weeks has felt insane. But cutting off my mom, getting back to it, because I know we're talking in, like, it's a square conversation. But my mom, her energy was very much, like, the last time we spoke, it was very much like, shut the fuck up about anti-blackness. Like, it was very much like, I'm enough. Like, she was very much tired. And I'm just like, girl, not you're tired of like hearing about like the things that are really happening in the world. Like, ah. And so again, it's the way that like I really feel like all I could do was cut her off. And so I sent her a long ass paragraph and I was like, listen, I was like, all I ever wanted was a mom. Like all I ever wanted was to love you, care for you, like be close to you. I was like, I haven't been reaching out because I think we're gonna get a second chance. I've just been trying to love you in any way that would be possible. And at this point, I could tell like you're gonna continue to be a mean ass white bitch that like hates me. And I don't understand why. And maybe I said something or did something when I was younger that I don't remember. And maybe something happened to you that you know you don't want to talk about. But it just doesn't seem like you want to be loving and be loved. Like it seems like you want to keep doing what we've been doing, which is fighting. And I just don't got it. I was like, I'm so tired. I was like, I'm actually very tired. And I was like, I want us both to have peace and love in our life. I was like, however the fuck that works, however that happens. I was like, but I have to tell you, like, I have really thought that I could be kind to white people and treat white people treat white people like like people. And unfortunately, like I'm realizing like I have to actually protect myself from white people. So I can't really treat them the same as everybody the fuck else if I have to protect myself from them. And so I'm just like trying to explain to her, like, girlie, you kind of set me up for a lot of bullshit. And then on top of it, you don't even want to talk about it. It's like, and I wanted to be mean as fuck, but I was telling her, I was like, I am trying so hard to communicate with you clearly because I don't want to just cuss you the fuck out and be mean as fuck to you. I was like, but you have not been treating me right. And I don't deserve this. And I know I don't deserve it. And I was like, and honestly, I was like, I really hope that whatever love you have left inside of you, you pour it back into yourself. I hope you don't give it to no man or nobody else because you need it more. And I said, I'm going to block you. I was like, because I really don't want to speak to you ever again. Like, I was like, you don't make me feel good about myself, my life story, or the future. I was like, there's nothing that I get from communicating with you other than getting hung up on, cuss the fuck out, gaslit about white supremacy. It's like, girlie, what am I holding on to? If anybody white acted like you, I would have been cussed you the fuck out. Probably would have threw a rock at your head. Like, it's the way that, like, I actually see just the ways that having a white mama could really fuck you up. And my mom has a white mama, so she should really be empathizing with me. And yeah, she's more invested in her whiteness. She's more invested in her motherfucking vulnerability and her fragility than me. And I'm sure her mama taught her. Poopy. Poopy! Not you got me screaming poopy in my house. The white people are already scared of me in this fucking neighborhood, bitch. The last thing they need is me screaming dookie. Bitch, I ain't never having no fucking kids because of this. Because at the same time, it's like I don't want to take away agency from my mom. Like, I don't think that she's like a pure demon. I do think that like she was failed. I think that white supremacy has empowered her to feel superior despite not being that. And I think that like she has chosen to date black men and never really thought deeply about what was happening there. And again, it's the ways that like I've shared before that like I've had a lot of black men reach out to me to try to date me or be close with me, but a lot of times they'll let it be known that they're interested in me being a lighter skinned person, interested in me being mixed. Like, it's not about me. Like, I wish some people would realize that like, and I'm talking to like fellow mixed light skinned people, like they don't like you, bitch. Like, that's the thing that really fucks me up sometimes is like, as soon as somebody starts going into colorism or texturism, featureism, as to why they like you, like, sweetie, like, it's the way I was just a yellow starburst to these motherfuckers. Like, swear, it's the way I was just binya binya pollywog, bitch, just yellow. That's enough. It's sad, but it's true. And so it's the way that my mom, like, had a bunch of black men around her who, and it's the way that they treat her children, right? Because that's the thing. My mom never dated a black man or was with a black man who treated me kindly, ever. I can't think of one. Not even my own father, bitch. So I just want to be candid. Every single brown skin to deep dark skinned black man my mother ever brought around was never nice to me. And even if they started off performing kindness, because I remember one of them did. I'll never forget, one of her boyfriends brought me a Valentine's Day gift. There was a little black Cabbage Patch doll. And I was so grateful because like it was like the Valentine's Day edition. If you had a Cabbage Patch, you know what I'm talking about. The Valentine's Day ones, they had the prettiest fucking dresses. Anyways, yes, I was a baby doll girl, bitch. I bitch my doll baby, bitch my Kenya doll, bitch. Anyways, but it's the way that like outside of that one experience that I just remembered, it was always like she's being bad. Like they would always be calling my mom at work, telling them I was being bad. I'm not gonna say I was always being good, but it's the way that like they were really like was zooming on me. Meanwhile, my brother could be outside throwing a rock, breaking shit. Like people could be setting fires, but somehow I'm doing something bothersome. And really, in retrospect, now that I think about it, you know, I drank a lot of sugar water as a kid. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. We did not have a lot of juice. My mama stayed with a soda. My mama stayed having a Pepsi in the fridge. But me and my brothers, we was drinking sugar water, and this bitch wondering why we was acting crazy. You know what I mean? Wondering why we acting a fool. Bitch, we drinking sugar and water. Girl. Ain't that what the Roach Man was drinking in Men in Black, and you saw how he was acting? Bitch. It's like in retrospect, it's like I had ADHD and was drinking sugar water. I'm sorry, bitch. Bitch, do I think my mom was jealous? Absolutely. And only because she has said before to me, she's like, you know, Todd, she's like, I have to tell people that I'm black. You're lucky. Like she was like, she's like, look at your lips. Look at your skin. Like my mom literally thinks that she blessed me with melanin. It's an awkward conversation, but it's true. Not that red 40. Damn, bitch. No, but here's the thing. We didn't even have Kool-Aid, bitch. I'm not even talking about Kool-Aid. We were so poor. We were just mixing sugar and water. Sweetie, wasn't no Kool-Aid in our house, mama. Like, don't get me wrong. Every now and then there was a Kool-Aid. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then there was a Kool-Aid. But not as often as bitches was just putting sugar in some water. And that was that on that. Now, don't get me wrong, bitch. A blue Big Burst, a red Big Burst, sure. I mean, no, but bitch, I was making the sugar water. Like, the kids were making it. That's what I'm trying to offer. My mom was drinking Pepsi, And she was like, she would always tell us to drink water. My mom was one of those moms who's like, oh, she was a cigarette mom and a Pepsi mom, bitch. If you have a soda and a cigarette mom, my heart goes out to you, bitch. I had a cigarette mom and a soda mom. Whew. And an Alizé mom. I don't know if anybody had an Alizé mom. I don't know. I'm crying. Here's the thing. You had a cig and coffee mom? Okay, no, see, my mom is a cig, coffee, and soda mom. Like, that's the thing. If you ain't never had a cigarette mom, that's one. Let the bitch not be able to afford a cigarette or a soda. Oh my God. Whoa. Like, whoa. And honestly, my belly is out and I don't give a fuck. I like my belly, so if y'all see it, it's fine. 3 pots a day of coffee? Oh God, no. My mom was definitely a 2-pot girl though. She was a coffee in the morning, coffee in the afternoon type shit. But also she was an Alizé in the afternoon type shit. Also, she was having a cigarette party. Like, bitch, honestly, you know what makes me so happy? My Insta, I have a new Insta. It's FATB and then 3 E's and then P. But a white person dragged me for literally sharing about plant medicine. It's in my last live, maybe not the last one, but the one before the last one. The one that says, like, she wants me crying and throwing up, but I'm smiling and I'm, like, living life. That's the one. No, but yo, I was trying to share, like, some positive things, like, just slightly, just because, again, like, talking shit about my mom feels so fucking good. But sometimes, like, I want to just infuse a little bit of joy, just a little bit, bitch, not too much, because, bitch, the topic is not joyful. But I have a friend, and I'm so grateful for her. She's raising 2 children, and she's doing an amazing job. And, like, there are moments where, like, when I talk to her on the phone, I get triggered bad as hell. There's a P at the end of that. It's fat beep, but there's 3 E's and then a P at the end. So P as in potato. So F as in Frank, A as in apple, T as in Tabitha, B as in Methuselah, E as in egg, E as in egg, E as in egg. E is an egg roll. E is an egg roll. It's Frank, Altoona, Taco, Bell, Esther, Petunia. For anybody who needed that, you're welcome. But no, there was a woman that I was talking to, who was my friend, who has 2 children, and, like, we'll be on the phone and she'll dead ass, like, just ignore the fuck out of me because her child came in the room, and she'll apologize and I'll be like, bitch, fuck me. Like, I do not matter. I am a random adult. Like, I'm grateful that you make time to talk to me, but I'm so much more happy. Like, I'm so grateful to know that, like, if your baby comes into the room, you're gonna be like, oh, there's 3 E's. You're almost there. You were so close, babe. FATBEEEP. You just needed to add a P. You were right the first time. You just were missing a P. You're really close. I'm also appreciating you posting it on the screen so bitches can get it. You are the hope of the chat right now. You are so close. I hope you get it. I truly. Exactly. But no, like, yes. Sweet Lotus. Sweet Lotus, reach out to me, bitch. I got something for you, bitch. There's prizes here, bitch. I got you. Because you made it. I saw you gradually. Yeah, I saw the improvements. Absolutely. But yo, thank you so much. Like, listen, I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to have a silly little chat, bitch, because it's a traumatic conversation, honestly. Like, so I'm trying to, like, but also trauma. Also, sidebar, I've missed some of the chat, but Poopy Pies, you are holding it down in here. Stars for Scars. I'm not sure if you're still with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Sweet little Lotus Rain. You see the fucking material. You see the proof. You see the pudding. We were on the struggle bus, but we made it there. I'm screaming. Nobody was struggling. I feel like I'm a high-ass bitch talking fast as hell. I'm grateful that anybody could catch anything. Truly. Jesus bless the closed captions. Jesus bless the closed captions. That's all I got. But yeah, as I was saying though, like my friend will literally just like have a whole convo with her baby in the middle of me telling her a story, and I'll just be sitting there like ear hustling, like what's Dante talking about? You feel me? Because honestly, her kids are so fucking creative and interesting. Like one day we were talking on the phone, all of a sudden she's like, "Hold on," she's like, "My baby, I'm a big fool too." I'm a big fool too. Thank you. And I do have a big foot. 11. Where my 11 wives in here? Where my 11 wives, bitch? Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Damn, they want to be Nikki so bad, don't they? Hey, cool beans. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here in spirit. We appreciate you. But yeah, no, but she literally was talking to me, and all of a sudden her baby came in the room, and she's like, "Hold on," and they start having a convo about how they putting together ninja costumes, how they putting together, how they making swords and stuff out of fucking cardboard. Like it's the magic that lives in so many black children, especially like when they have to be really creative to like play or do things. And so it's just really cool. And as someone who doesn't want to have children, I'm so fucking grateful that I have friends who have kids. And you just listen and Fosa. Thank you, baby. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Malik. Oh, absolutely no. Like she like honestly, shout out to Dana. Like she is really just one of those people that I'm just like, like it's like you ever just meet someone digitally and it's just like, whoa, like the universe really was not playing. Like I am so grateful I got to like perceive you. But there's definitely moments where I just like, I just feel like you ever just like make a connection and you're like, I want to give you so much more. Like I want to like go hard as fuck for you. Like that's how I feel as a friend to them. Like I just feel like I don't even want to bother them if it's not abundant. You feel me? Because again, it's the way that they're so loving and so kind, and like again, it's the way that they just. It's the way that they model behavior around their children that just makes me proud. Like honestly, and I feel like it's hard because I've definitely seen people talk crazy to kids, and like I didn't feel strong enough to say anything, and I feel terrible because I already know like how crazy it could be, like to like not have any support as a kid, and so I feel like I try to stay away from people like that. But it's hard because there's times where like people will like make it seem like they treating their kids good, and then you find out. Like I hate finding out that people are lying about how they treat their kids, or just trying to show you something, trying to show you that they love their kid and they really don't, and you have to find that out. And like that's why like this summer was like so crazy because it's like finding out that that dude I was living with was like a deadbeat, and the baby mama know, everybody know but me, and I'm looking stupid. Like I hated that shit. I'm over here thinking that like, I met somebody and like, we're gonna, and it's like in retrospect, I was being so fucking goofy. Like I really was being ridiculous. But I really just was like thinking like maybe it could work. Like I don't want to be a parent, but like, and it's like, no, bitch. Like, no, God. Like I'll never put myself in a situation like that before, or am I myself in a situation like that again. But I think I just haven't dated many single parents, and I'm not interested. No shade. I'm not interested. Y'all are sweet as fuck. I appreciate the chat so much. But yeah, no, Dana is definitely one of the baddest bitches. I'm crying. I've had this fucking hoodie for like 5 years, bitch. Like I got it from ASOS Curve. I don't think it exists. You know how fast fashion is. But I don't know. Someone was saying that ASOS Curve kind of went down recently in quality. Lamar, it's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. I'm screaming. But yeah, no, like, just shout out to my friend Dana. She's a makeup artist in Chicago. If anybody in Chicago needs their makeup done, let me know. But she's also a sex worker too. So I feel like there's many layers to it. Like she's a sex worker, a makeup artist, a mama. And I'm hoping to go to Chicago this summer. So if anybody's in Chicago and wants to link up, let me know. What up, Sydney? I appreciate you. But yeah, no, like I was saying, like I think that she probably is nurturing my inner child, like in some ways. Like it just feels good to know her, You know, like you ever just like have a connection with someone and just feels so good. It's like I don't care what we doing, what we talking about. It don't matter. Like it just feels good. I fucking hate crying sometimes. Like I like the feeling of the catharsis, but all the snot and the fucking weird shit that happens to your fucking head, like your whole dome piece is all fucked up now. Whole command center just puffy and wet and fucking dry. But Sydney, I'm grateful. Thank you. Right, like no, my head feel like I feel hot and cold at the same time, bitch. I feel overheated as hell. I think I need another juice box for health. Anyways, but yeah, no, I think that friendship is one of the more healthy ones, but I feel like that's the thing about healthy relationships when you're like traumatized, like it takes a lot of like vulnerability. And so I think that's also why I really value our friendship is like we're both whores, you know, like we're both sluts. But I feel like me and her were talking about like doing a photo shoot together because like we're both fat. And I was like, bitch, I was like, we should do a photo shoot where one of us is a devil, one of us is like an angel. And like, we're just like maybe we're squashing cakes. Like, there's a girl that sits on cakes and she makes like so much money. And I know it's because of fetish content. Like, I know there are men watching her sit on a cake with her fat booty. And like, that's a thing for them. I'm gonna be real with you. There's something that feels wrong about sitting on a perfectly good cake. Like if the cake was old, I could understand. But Travis, get out my pussy. Like really get out my pussy. Like please. Like focus. Like if I'm a man, what are you? Quickly. Cause most men aren't on fucking YouTube or on most men aren't watching men. How'd you get here? Why am I on your algorithm? Stop watching the dolls. Get out of here. Exactly. That's the thing. Here's my thing. People who are queer but are ashamed of it will try to make you feel ashamed for existing. That's just a little pro tip from one gay bitch to y'all. People who go out their way to try to make someone feel bad for not existing in the right gender performance, they're usually queer or trans and they usually are feeling a way about it. No shade. I'm not trying to play, but there are a lot of people in community who are not comfortable yet. And that's real. Like I don't want to play games with y'all. Like I'm not saying every person who's antagonistic is queer and trans. I'm not doing that. But there are a lot of folks who like they know what they see. They know when they see queer and trans fam because bitch you are queer and trans. The fuck? And the thing that makes me laugh is this hoodie is from the girls section, right? I'm an AFAB person. I have a deeper voice because I be smoking that loud. And motherfuckers be really trying to be like, you have a dick. Why are you thinking about dick? Why is that what you're thinking about right now? You know there's websites where you can go think about dick and watch dicks. You're welcome. Pornhub, Xtube. I know there's more. Those are the ones I be on. But OnlyFans, I'm just saying. Bitch, it's the way I'm about to like. It's the way I'm dead ass about to get a strap, but like get one that's like very realistic or some shit. Get me like a photorealistic strap and just start taking some like pictures because it's the way. It's the way they really want to see me with my strap. Like that's fine. I actually found a girlie that makes a bush guard for straps. So like if you're strapping, if you put on your strap, you know, you can have a little pillow between your mons and the strap, which I thought was so cute. I'm like, imagine a little coochie pillow. That is so cute. I love that. But yeah, no, I'm thinking about getting a harness. I found a girlie that makes harnesses custom, so that's exciting. But yeah, no, like I don't know why they're always thinking about dicks. You would think that they were just like, you know, you would think they would just keep that between themselves and their internet service provider, but it is fine. I just want you to know you might see my belly on here. You might even see my nipple. You might even see my nipple. A dick? You're definitely never seeing a dick for free. Just so you know. There's never any dick for free. And let me not even say that because it's a lot of dick for free, but not over here. It's no dick for free. But yeah, no. I feel like I'm trying to finish. What I was saying about my mom. But I basically just told her, like, I hope you have a happy and peaceful life. Like, I never want to disturb your peace. And I was like, I'm not going to call you again. I'm not going to bother you. I hope you have a good life. And I literally told her, like, I was like, you know, you don't treat me the best. And also, I reminded her that, like, you know, even though I called the police on you many times to be removed from your household, what got me taken from your household was my white passing little brother having marks on his body and the state deciding, like, it's time. And so, with that being said, it's the way that I made report after report after report. It didn't matter. But when they saw a white looking child with marks on their body, that's when they removed all of us. And so I said in my text message to her, I'm like, you know, you treat me like I'm the reason why. And even though I did call the cops on you and I did try to run away many times, I was like, my youngest brother is why we don't live with you no more. And yet you wonder why we both don't come around. We're traumatized, Tammy. We're traumatized. Like, we're not okay. Because I'm sure Tyler feels guilt. I'm sure. Because, like, damn near right after that, his father fucking passed away from fucking asthma. Like, right after we got taken, his father passed away. And then his aunt Gina had to take him in, and she's a Buddhist lesbian. And my mama is a white crackhead. I just want y'all to consider what that was like for him to go from, like, living in chaos and getting beat by random ass black men that he don't know from a can of paint to living with a black woman who was a Buddhist, who was lesbian, who was trying her best to raise up this child. Like, I feel for her because I know she was trying to be intentional with him. But it was already too late. And I don't mean that to be ugly. I mean that to say, like, when you have to call the police, when you have to report, when you have to tell people how your family abuses you, like, that changes you. And so I don't think anybody really thought about that. Like, I was 13, Tyler was 7. So he wasn't old enough to understand that he didn't do anything wrong. But he also wasn't old enough to realize that this meant he had a new chapter. I was old enough to realize, like, they're offering me a free college scholarship. This is a good thing. Like, I remember thinking, this is good. Like, my family wasn't good. I'm free now. And my brothers, I don't think that they thought that at all. None of them were offered a free ride scholarship to college, but none of them was, you know, they both had homes that kept them. And so I think about that. But I also have to be candid. Like, I have a brother who's brown skinned, and it wasn't until recently that I thought about, like, the ways that, like, our lives are completely different, and, like, how afterwards I was jealous of him at times because he lived with my uncle who I didn't like, but he still had stability. And I remember, like, when I lived with my aunt briefly, I would visit my brother and I'd be like, damn, he's comfortable here. Like, he's very comfortable out here. He was living in a place called Moodus, Moodus, Connecticut. It's the middle of nowhere. That's where my uncle felt comfortable. He felt comfortable on a plot of land in the middle of nowhere. He had a neighbor, and I ended up, like, dating my uncle's neighbor. And then at some point, they came out as trans, and I was just like, oh shit, that's dope. But I remember, like, growing up, like, they would always be roasting on them, and I was just like, that is crazy. Like, I just didn't understand why they were always so mean to them. And in retrospect, it's like I see it as, like, masculinity hazing. Like, my uncle was, like, a bully, and he did not feel very powerful, clearly. My uncle was so gross. Like, I remember one time I found out that he like didn't shower every day. And like as an adult, I understand like skipping some, but like I just mean like he like showered like once a week. Like it was like the olden days. Like he was acting like he had to boil a pot to wash to wash his ass. And he had plumbing. But I remember like this motherfucker would dead ass take off his towel. Like, I slept over his house for like a week. This motherfucker washed one time and he dead ass like took off. He would take off the top layer. And he was one of them old motherfuckers that wear long johns, bitch. So he dead ass would wear long johns underneath all his clothes and sleep in the long johns, walk around in the long johns, stanking, and then put on another layer to go out into the earth. And he would do that shit like every day with no shower. And I would just look, I'd be looking at my auntie like, how in the fuck? Exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, imagine like beating up on somebody because they're not being your idea of masculinity the whole time. Your idea of masculinity is not washing your ass. Like, you know what, Moon? I appreciate you for saying that. I feel like I don't want to get over this. Like, I feel like I want to get to a place where I can like empathize with myself over her. Like, because I think that more often than not, I'm still trying to stretch to see where she's coming from, and I don't need to do that. Like the time that we spoke before, just last time, she was saying a bunch of shit about like raising kids or being my parent or something, and I was like, I didn't bring you here though, and she's like, what? And I was like, I didn't have you. You had me. And I was basically trying to let her know, like, you know, you owe me. Like, you brought me to this place. Like, I deserve more from you, not the other way around. Like, I kind of was trying to, like, get her to realize, like, sweetie, I didn't decide to bring you into the world. You decided to bring me here. So you do got to treat me a certain type of way. And her energy was just so, like my mom really thinks that like I'm dumb because I expect respect. I expect communication. Like she really is, like I hate to say this, but my mom's been abused so bad that her energy is like, fuck it. You can get abused with me. You can handle it. I did. Like that, I hate to say it. My mom has a fucking Capricorn stellium just like me. But she's an aqua sun. And so my mom's an aqua sun. I don't know what her moon is, bitch. I don't want to even look it up. That's how done I am. I don't even care no more. Like, all I know is my mom has a Capricorn Venus. And if I'm being genuine with you, I think that's the bigger issue. Is like in her heart, my mom only knows how to use. Just keep that in mind. Our Venus is how we love, how we love people, how we express love. And I hate to say this, I feel like Venus in Capricorn is one of the more challenging placements in Venus. Because Venus is about love. It's about partnership. It's about connection. It's about meeting people where they're at. It's about understanding. It's about a lot. And Capricorn can be so calculating that in Venus, Capricorn might honestly be such a detrimental place because Capricorn is just so like analytical, so mathy, so transactional that like I don't think that it's always I don't think they always do what they really want to do. I'll say that. I think Venus and Cap does what makes the most sense. No shade. No shade. Venus and Cap. If you have a Venus and Cap, talk to me, please. But I have Venus in Aqua. My Venus is in I know. That's the motto for Aquarius is I know. So me, I'm over analytical in love. In love, I'm paying attention to everything. Sweetie, I'm paying attention to how you said, huh? When I called your name. When I called your name, why you sound annoyed? Okay? Aqua Sun Cap Venus. Sweet. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Hey. Hey, friend. Tell me more. Of course. As you should. I feel like that's basic. I feel like that's the base. The base is protection, safety, and care. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, and I'm not trying to ask you to give me too much backstory, but it's like, I know my mom didn't get those things. And I also had a combo with my mom where I asked her, I was like, do you think that you look for love in Black men because grandpa wasn't there for you? And she said yes. And so hearing that had me really sitting with how like some of these men, they weren't even being loved for who they were. They were being loved for identity. And the transaction of that, like, I didn't get love from my father. Now you can give it to me. Oh, you want to beat my kids? That's fine. Just keep giving me dick and love. Help me with this rent. You can do whatever you want. Give me the love that I didn't get as a child. Like, it really felt like that as a child. Like, as a young person, it really felt like they got a car, they got money, they got, you know what I mean? Like, it really felt like they have the resources. Who cares what else they do? Like, they have just enough to make you feel secure. Who cares what else gets fucked up or fucked over? And it's the way that my mom chose men over her children and lost all of us. And now is trying to focus on being a grandmother to a baby. I send prayers to my niece, bitch, to whoever the fuck is listening. I send prayers to my niece. I send prayers to my baby sister. I send prayers to all the femmes in my family. I send prayers to my cousin who told me that she was scared of my father as a child. I send prayers because it's the way my whole family likes to make it seem like I'm crazy and I'm an evil bitch. And it's like, no, I'm just like asking questions and y'all don't want to talk. Like, I have to just remember that like my family don't like me because I'm the family historian and I'm also the family inquisitor. I want to know what's going on. Bitch, it's the way my family hates my guts for that shit. They're like, girl, why the fuck are you talking? Like, the fuck? Oh no, I cut my mama off literally 2 days ago. It hasn't even been a full 48, bitch. But now your mom don't remember your birthday. That's fucking crazy. I'm sorry to hear that for real. She's wild for that, because that shit would give me a complex, low key. Like, bitch, you don't remember pushing this motherfucker out? Like, you really don't remember that? Like, that's crazy. That is crazy as fuck. My mama called me on my birthday this year, and it was just, like, so lackluster. Like, it was just so lackluster. Like, woo. It's the way I thought about calling my brother for his birthday, but I was like, for what? My brother, like, literally got mad at me because I told him, like, I was trying to reach out to him to be, like, genuine, and I was like, hey, I was like, congrats on the baby. I was like, I just want you to know, like, and I didn't say it, like, with the congratulations. I brought it up after the fact, but I was just like, hey, I was like, I just wanted to bring up that, you know, having a white mother really did, like, affect me as a brown femme. I was like, so I just want you to know, like, you know, your daughter may need, like, some extra support. And so I was trying to, like, just offer that, like, you know, you're going to be raising a child who's going to show up in the world as a black girl. Even though my little niece is mixed, people are going to mistake her. They are. And it's the way that, like, I'm trying to get ahead of it and try to tell my brother, like, she needs to know, like, that she's a mixed girly so that she doesn't go into black girly spaces being a weirdo. Like, I really am trying, but my brother was not hearing me. He was very much like, that's your problem. He's like, that has nothing to do with me. I was like, okay. So my brother not listening to any femme in the family who actually has understanding on what it's like to have a white mama. Okay. It's like, it's the way that, like, I try to bring things to my family and they're like, shut up, bitch. I'm like, okay. And I just try to remember, like, maybe I'll be alive long enough to meet my niece. Maybe, like, one day we'll have a combo. Like, I just try to remember that maybe, like, maybe he doesn't care. And maybe one day she'll know, like, I tried. Like, maybe that combo will happen and maybe it'll mean something to her. Maybe she'll realize she was always loved, like, someone always cared. Like, I'm just hoping that her white mama isn't evil. I'm really hoping that her white mama, who is non-white American, I'm hoping that she's not gonna buy into the white dogma and the white motherfucking white supremacy. Like, I'm praying that this white woman maintains her fucking ethnicity, maintains, and doesn't try to assimilate into American whiteness. I pray. But I'll never forget my brother telling me that he got a passport because them girls from some distant country are different. And I literally just looked at the phone like, I don't have a brother anymore. Like, I feel like once I found out he was a passport bro, I was disgusted. When he had the baby, that's when I reached out again to be like, hey, passport brother, can you help your daughter preemptively? She's going to have a white mother. It's going to be a struggle. He doesn't care. So again, please know, like, I be trying. But, and it's the way I could tell he's so happy with the baby. But I really wonder, like, what's going to happen next. Like, that's the thing about being, just being aware of, like, how colorism is impacting people, or, being, like, having an awareness, but also, like, trying to, like, preemptively, stop my light-skinned niece from being, like, a bigger weirdo than even I was, like, and I feel like that's, that's, you don't always get that opportunity. Like, you can learn, but you may not be able to pass it along. And maybe that's just like, the reality of a situation in the moment. But I think, like, when people have kids, it's so tricky because you really don't want to overstep. But it's like, I would not have told my brother that having a white mother fucked me up if I didn't believe that, like, someone could have done something. Like, I believe someone could have helped in my situation, but they didn't. And so I guess in some ways I'm trying to just be preemptive, but there's also a part of me that knows one day all the women are going to have a conversation. Maybe. I hope. That's my dream, at least, so we could be honest with each other. Because my cousin talking about my father the way that she did had me like, damn. Like, other people in my family knew my father was not a good man, but they still let him around the babies. And that's the way I used to, like, get mad, because my mom would tell my father, like, don't have my kids sitting by no window. Don't have my kids waiting for you. And I'd be so mad at her because I thought it was her keeping him away. And I hate that for me as a kid. I hate that for my mom as an adult. It's the way that I don't believe me and my mother ever had a perfect relationship, or even one where, like, I wasn't hurting her without knowing. Like, I feel like my mom was very hurt by me, like, loving my father, which sucks because I understand in retrospect being the single parent and this deadbeat getting loved. I get it. But the baby don't understand that, bitch. Like, the baby don't understand the trauma, bitch. And I just feel like my mom really wanted me to, like, sit with that with her, which was so sad because it's like, girl, why do you want me to be in this with you? Like, he left our whole family, true. But it's the way that I feel like I understand women that cut men off completely from their kids. I get that because it's like, girl, because, like, not having your father around or just not being loved properly by your father, like, that's a crazy feeling. But even more so when your mom is white, bitch, because it's giving, like, my father only values pussy. And it's the way that the woman that he's with now, like, ugh, like, bitch. It's like I'm so grateful for content from Black women, but I'm also just, like, horrified at, like, all the intelligence coming from them and how I look at my life now. And I'm like, oh, wow, like, it's the way that, like, I see that my father's a passport bro too now. It's the way my father found a woman who was disenfranchised in Jamaica and brought her to America. And in my humblest opinion, I think that he's using her for labor. It's the way that I don't believe that people realize, like, how bad it is for, like, non-American Black women who are brought here and are utilized. Like, it's the way that I see enslavement. It's the way I see enslavement, like, big time. And it's the way I see my father as a slave master now. Like, it's like now I see it. Like, now I see why he can be present for these kids, right? Because he controls the mother through paperwork. He could be there for those babies because whatever he says goes. He's in control completely. And that's why I look at my brother kind of crazy. Because he said he's not worried about that white bitch affecting the baby. And I'm like, why? Are you controlling this bitch? You said your ex of 5 years basically became like your dad. You know what, Sweet Lotus Rain? I'm grateful for you saying that because I really feel like my mom becomes like parentified in relationships in ways. I feel like she does see her partners as like father figures. And I think that's why she don't date white men. She's had white men try to fuck with her. Like, I've seen a white man try to date my mama. Like, I remember, like, tell me if this is not sad. My mom was in an abusive relationship. The video that I was just talking about is called Awkward Moment. I think it's just called An Awkward Moment. But in that video, my mom was living in this like really fucked up house. It was an apartment. Basement apartment, real dirty, not cute, very like stuffy, no good airflow. And she broke up with that man on camera. You could hear her in the background basically telling him to step out of her life. This is after he done had a baby on her and she done helped raise the baby bitch. And so she breaks up with him and she tells me that she's sorry. Like, this is like the craziest timeline, right? Before we got taken away, my mom literally like got enough money to buy a house. Like, tell me this is not a crazy story. My mom broke up with this man, bought a house, and we moved secretly because she did not want him to know where she lived. We moved in the night, bitch. Have you ever moved in the night? It's a crazy experience because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, when you move, like, you need to see what's happening, right? In the night, you don't know. And so I remember my mom had her friend who had mad kids. Her name was Miss Janet. She had Miss Janet, her boyfriend, husband, Sonny, all the babies moving in the night. I'll never forget it. They bought us McDonald's after everything, and everybody slept over our house. Like, the whole house was full of kids and adults because we had moved all our stuff in the night. Clearly, she was afraid of him, right? And so I'll never forget this. She had won a free security system from ADT. And the fucking passcode was blessed. I'll never forget this. And she had we had never had a security system in our life. We lived in apartments. So we had a house. We had a security system. That motherfucker showed up a few fucking weeks later. She was dealing with his ass again. I was so fucking mad. We were all mad because, again, my mom bought a 2-family house and gave the kids the bottom floor. So the kids had our own, like, basically, like, as soon as we like come into the house, there's like a living room for the kids, a laundry / kitchenette for the kids, a sunroom for the kids, a backyard for the kids, 2 bedrooms the boys had to share, and a bathroom. We had our own bathroom. And then upstairs, as soon as you go upstairs, there's a bathroom. As soon as you get to the top of the stairs, my mama's room, and then there was another bedroom that my mom rented out to an old man and named Pops. And a dining room and a kitchen, and then a back door, and then long steps down to the backyard. So my mom had a big ass 2-family house on Andrew Street in Meriden, Connecticut. And it was beautiful. And whoever had lived there before had planted so many beautiful trees and flowers. It was such a beautiful place. And I was so proud of my mom. Like, my mom had worked in factories her whole life. Like, my mom's hands were always fucked up. She never got her nails done. She'll get her feet done. But my mom worked in factories and shit. So, like, I was like, damn, my mom finally got a house. Like, holy shit. And this is when I was like 13 years old, right before we got taken. And that man came back into our life, kept beating on us. And then one day my brother went to the school nurse because he had complained about having stomach aches. And the thing was, he had belt marks on his stomach. That's what was hurting. And it's like I remember that beating that we had that because usually if one person got beat, everybody got beat. Like that's the thing. If one person got in trouble, it would be like two beatings in one. And so I had got beat too. And I remember trying to sit down, bitch, and I was screaming because it had hurt to sit down. That's how bad we got beat. And so my little brother, he was like 7 years old, like having like big belt marks on his stomach. The cop, the nurse, Miss Ancona, I'll never forget this. She was like, "This is abuse. We need to remove all the kids." And keep in mind, I had called for years before we moved that house. For years, I called the police. I called 911. I remember I had a backpack full of clothes because I was gonna run away. Bitch, I dropped that shit out the window and I had forgot I was gonna run away, bitch. Bitch, why I got beat? Cause my clothes got found outside that got wet. And again, imagine like your mama finding a fucking backpack full of your shit because you about to run away and you get beat. So it was one of those situations where like there were moments in my childhood where I was being terrorized so bad that in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I'm about to just pack a bag and go. I didn't know where I was going to go. I didn't know what I was going to do. And as a kid, even when they took me from my family, I remember like I was just sleeping over anybody house I could. I was just going to anybody house I could because I knew my foster parents didn't give a shit. Like not one of my foster parents ever was mad at me. Like as I said, at one point, one of my foster parents would just give me part of the check because she's like, "Girl, live your life. You're not bothering me." And so I feel like as a kid, once I became 13, I feel like I was kind of liberated from like being a child. And I don't think I ever really got to be a child. I feel like I went from like being like a pet to being a ward of the state, which means I'm a check. And so I went from being a pet to a check. And so I finally found somebody, and I feel like I told y'all about her. Her name was You Smell This. And sometimes I'll fuck with her. I know I'm not shit as a kid, but sometimes I'll be like, "You smell this?" And she'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "I'm sorry." Like, bitch, I was so fucking stupid as a kid. I was so annoying. But I will fuck with her, and she will always tell me that she had a bad lumbar spine. Like she'd be like, "Tatiana, my lumbar spine." And she would like everything affected her lumbar spine, bitch. If I shut the door too hard, I fuck with her spine, bitch. And I would just be that's why I never would stay there. Cause it's like, girl, anything I did, sweetie. One time I fried up some ramen noodles too hard for the bitch and she was getting mad. I was like, girl, how you mad off a fried noodle? How did a fried noodle hurt your back? I'm behind in the chat. Very clearly. You said you're Jamaican and you said to yourself, "I won't date Jamaican or black dudes because my dad neglected me emotionally." Word. And see, that's the thing about it is like it's the way my dad, like, he barely put his hands on me, but when he did, the way that he beat me just felt so evil. Like I remember like as a kid I was a bedwetter, which if you think about my childhood, it makes sense why I was wet in the bed. But instead of getting a plastic thing for the mattress, like I remember like my dad would make me sleep in a bed by myself. My dad and my brother got to sleep in the bed together, but I had to sleep in the bed by myself because I was a bedwetter. And I remember like to stop me from bedwetting, his fix was to beat me awake with a towel. And it's like, girl, yeah, I'm never coming back here again. Like after he did that shit that one time, I was like, nope, no, thank you. You said you're a sex worker. You rather be with a man who gives you your space and money without emotional shit. Listen, as a sex worker, I hear you, and I feel like you saying that you're an Aqua Sun Cap Venus. I actually do see now in like just with what you're saying how like the priority is like stability. It's survival, survival plus. And so with that being said, I can see how my mom would like think like this man is gonna help me survive. But at the same time, it's like, but the peace part, you know what I mean? Like there's not peace there. There's survival, sure. There's plus there, but there's not peace. And so it's the way that like I don't and again, it's the way that I understand what it's like to be with somebody because like it's convenient. And so it's the way that I think my mom got into relationships that felt convenient for her, devastating and traumatic for her children, but convenient for her. for sure. How do you deal with her now? You said you're completely divorced from your mom. I just cut her off and I'm trying to stand on it because like it's the way that I told her I was gonna block her and she didn't even write anything back. She didn't even try to call me, nothing. And so there's a part of me that feels like, obviously there's a part of me that wanted her to say something, that wanted her to like fight, but I feel like that is the part of me that I'm trying to like parent right now. Is like the part of me that's like, if I pull away, maybe she'll come back. And it's like, no, like that's not a healthy dynamic. Like I have to really hold my own hand and be like, sweetie, anybody that we have to pull away from and look and see, like they're affecting our attachment. They're affecting our attachment. And so again, it's the way that I have to parent myself. And so being a parent to myself, I have to acknowledge like that this woman is not being a parent to me. Never has been. And as I parent myself more, the more I realize like she's not able to meet me where I'm at. And like if I try to meet her, I'm regressing. I'm accepting behavior I actually don't accept. And so again, it's the ways that I really just had this like epiphany, bitch, where I was just sitting here like, yeah, I really didn't like that shit. I really didn't accept it. I don't accept it either. I don't think it's okay. And I think I deserve better. And, you know, I was like, I mean no malice. I was like, I've only tried to love you. I was like, I tried to have something with you, anything. And now I see like you just wanna like have this dynamic where we fighting and then we make up. Like I don't wanna do that no more. Like I wanna be able to call somebody and say I love you and mean that shit. Like I be saying I love her and I don't mean it. I say it because I don't want to hurt her no more. I say it because I don't want to hurt her in general. Because I know she's hurt. Like I do stuff because I don't want to do anything to hurt her. And that's not really loving her. That's being scared of her. Like I'm actually scared of her. And I don't want that to be the truth. Like I don't want that to be true. I wanna be the girl that like has a mom that I love, Like, who don't? But I have to live in the reality. You gotta break your own heart sometimes and be like, no, like girly, she don't like you. Like she really don't like you. And I feel like that's another thing too. We don't talk about like what it looks like when your family don't like you. Fuck don't love you. Don't like you. It's a different energy. Like my mom has never liked me, and there's a part of me that feels like it's because she doesn't see me as someone worthy. She thinks I'm lazy, which that's fine. Like I feel like somebody white thinking I'm lazy, like I love that. Like I love it. Like don't see me as hardworking ever, bitch. Don't see me as the girl that can do it. Don't see me like that. Because it's again, it's the way that I used to really like want to be that. And now I'm sitting with like how again you could be in the right place to for the college. Of course they're gonna cut my mic. Of course they want to cut my mic. But like I said, like it's the way that you could be in the right place for the colonizer to like really be like getting what they want. And so I really wanted to believe, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I can be honest with myself. I feel like that's the beauty in all of this is that I don't have to lie to myself anymore. Like I don't have to protect her and lie to myself. Like I get to actually be like, hey, I don't like this behavior, and I don't have to be afraid that she's gonna be mad at me because honestly, it's okay. She can be mad. I don't need to control her behavior or her energy or her emotions. And again, the even just like the way that like you being in a toxic relationship, you're a part of it. Like I don't want to speak like she's been just harming me. I've also been harming myself in this. I've also been holding on to like a relationship that's dead as fuck. And wanting and believing. Like it's very Disney. Like I'm really like, oh, if I just believe, and again, age of Pisces type behavior. Like age of Pisces, you can really tell yourself, like, no, she don't mean that. Age of Pisces, you can really believe that like someone just going having a bad day. Age of Aquarius, you're like, sweetie, it's been a bad day for 30 years. Ain't that many bad days. Me and her don't connect. We're not gonna be close. I can stop now. I'm grateful. Imagine 35 years trying to get a bitch to like you and you came out her pussy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's like I realize why like I try so hard because I've been set up to try hard to make a bitch like me, to make a bitch want to be my mama. Imagine auditioning as a daughter. That is crazy as hell. And I even said that when I told my mom. I was like, look, I was like, I keep hoping that I'm gonna call you and you're gonna answer the phone. And no, I'm your only daughter. Like, I keep thinking you're gonna answer the phone. And no, I'm the only bitch that ever came out your coochie. These boys are good. And they're not. But like, it's the way my brothers are girly. It's the way that a girl hit me up trying to figure out where my brother was. It's the way women are always trying to take care of somebody. And I don't mean that to shame her. I'm just saying, like, it's the way that, like, not one person has ever asked none of my brothers, where's Tatiana? Like, nobody ever asked. Good God. It's the way people are really trying to find my little brother who is 7 years younger than me, damn near. And, like, strangers have tried to find this white passing brother of mine in my DM. I don't know these people. I haven't seen my brother in 20 years. And somebody asked me where he was. I just want to put it out there that like it's the way that like it's the way that we are living a different life. And I have to hold that. I have to hold that reality that like, my family ain't looking for me, bitch. Like they're not worried. They're not worried. And like when you put all of that into the mix and then you have to like then you're out in the world trying to find someone to like befriend, love, connect with, and the beginning of your life is auditioning to be loved, like, sweetie, of course I was trying to be friends with people that didn't like me. Of course. Of course. I had practice. I had a lot of practice trying to get love. So it makes sense why I kept on trying. But I say all that to say that I'm just grateful that I got to like say that to my mom because it's the way that I've been just hiding because I don't want to hurt her. It's the way that I was willing to like borrow money from my partner that we do not have. Like we are poor, but I was willing to like work harder. Like I was willing to work harder to like get some money to help her because she's telling me she ain't paying her rent. She's telling me that like it's just so sad, bitch. Like my mom works as like a woman that like is a caretaker of elderly people. And like I don't know what her agency is or what they do for real, but trigger warning for like a really terrible situation involving the elderly. But my mom was telling me about how she's living with a woman or how she was not staying, she was going over to this woman's home to help her with her husband. And her husband gets a check from the state that's supposed to support care for him. But the woman is unfortunately using that money to like do everything else. Like she's using the money to survive. She's not using the money to care for this old man. And it's unfortunate because there's a dynamic like that happening that I know about. Like Dane's mom, unfortunately, is like living with a man in a similar situation where like his mom is benefiting and this man that she's living with is dying. And as much as I'm like, wonder what that's like, sounds like a lot. I'm also holding that like a lot of women like get caught up with a man and then his health declines and then she becomes his caretaker. Like that happens a lot. Like I don't think it's often that a woman is like, I'm going to use this man and take his disability check. I think a lot of times it's, oh, this man hasn't been caring for himself and now I'm stuck. And so my mom was really judging the shit out of this woman, being like, oh, his bed is all fucked up. Like he's been using the bathroom on himself and she's not cleaning him and she's not caring for him. But she has time to go out and get cigarettes. She has time to go out and, buy whatever she wants to buy. And like my mom is judging this woman like really bad. And I'm not saying that the woman is not shitty for this. Like I think that like if someone is getting money from the state, like, yeah, like make sure that like you get them some support. I get that. But with that being said, my mom was like a part of like this like CPS situation where she's like really upset about how this woman is like not caring for this man and taking his disability check. And she's like, yeah, she's like the state is about to come up over there and take take the old man and she's going to jail. And I'm just like on the phone with her just thinking about how like how wild it is like for her to be in the position she's in right now. Cause it's like at some point you were the bitch getting child support and like not using it to care for your kids. You always had a soda and a cigarette. Like, what you're seeing because you've been it. And instead of her like having like that moment with me, she just was like so focused on like shitting on this lady. Again, I'm not saying the lady not shitty. What I'm saying is like there was not one moment of reflection where she's like, damn, like this man needs a lot more support than she can offer. She's not offering the support he needs. I know what that's like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she needed to do that, but it's just the way that like it's wild that anyone even lets her care for anyone, considering she didn't even care for her own babies. But for her to be in this old man's house operating like, oh, like this woman is being, it's like, girl, you know what that's like? You know what that's like to take advantage of the motherfucking less fortunate? Like, stretch to meet the bitch in some way, goddamn. But my mom was just like, oh, it's disgusting in there. She's like, I've been buying food for these people. Like, my mom was like really mad that she's been like helping this lady because she's like, oh, you know, she needs to go to jail. And it's like, wow. Like, my mom is helping some random people that she don't even like. Meanwhile, I'm over here acting like I'm about to go into debt to help the bitch. And I'm just like, girlie, you are helping some white people that you don't even fuck with. And I can't even get you to consistently like check in on me. Like, there's just something about your mom not giving you love, but she over here doing wellness checks on elderly. Like, there was just something about it for me. And again, I'm traumatized. I'm going to continue to center myself in this. I know this ain't really about me, but it is. Why tell me, a child taken away from you, your first child, that you're doing all this care for the elderly, but you ain't paid your rent yet? Like, what are you talking about? Like that, like, I'm not saying that I don't believe her. I'm just saying that she lives in a trailer and like the person that she rents the trailer from is a family friend. I'm sure they're not tripping on her. Most people can't not pay their rent for half the damn month. Most people can't do that. So it's the way that my mom want me to feel bad for her, but it's like, girly, like you're telling me a story about support and care that you seemingly have for a stranger. Whew. Mm-mm. And again, it's the way that after we were taken away, like my mom was working for all these old people. And I'm just like, how do you get a job after you like I'm pretty sure like my mom didn't go to jail, which is weirder. Like my mom never went to jail. Her boyfriend did though. The man who abused us primarily went to jail, but not her. That's weird to me. But I know it's on her record, right? It gotta be. But it's still weird that like you can get your kids taken away, but still do in-home care. I don't know how the fuck that's possible. You know what, Poopy, saying you were raised with white culture, I feel like because my mom is mixed, like she absolutely, from what I noticed in her cooking and the music that she listened to, she wasn't championing whiteness in a particular way. However, because my mom was being erasing towards black people, because my mom was essentializing blackness as music and culture, or essentializing blackness in food, music, dick, um, I don't think that she was actually like ever like engaged in blackness genuinely. I think she was a spectator, and I think that, as we said earlier, my mom was jealous because my mom doesn't have a top lip. Like my mom literally sees me as like a I got something. Like I hate to say this, but I feel like my mom thinks I stole her blackness. I know that sounds crazy to say, but I feel like my mom thinks like you got what I was supposed to get. Like I really hate to say that, but I feel like one of my uncles is like brown, like doesn't look like the rest. Like there's a bunch of my mom's siblings all are like different kinds of quadroons. And then I have an uncle who like looks like he might be biracial, but the rest of them all look like damn near white or white Latin, like white with a pepper, white with a pita, white halal. You know what I mean? No shade, but they look like white with, you know, spanakopita. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? White with a little bit of feta cheese. Can we call people single mothers instead of baby mamas? Just saying. Poopy, you're not wrong. I've been like, the state was caring for me. So I know that the state does have resources, but I also know that the state is run by white people. And so the resources are filtered through the white gaze, right? And so white people looking at you to see if you're worthy. And it's the way that, like, I got a check from the state, like, while I was in college, like, for $500 a month. And that was, like, how I was sustaining myself, is, like, that. Plus, I was working at a bagel shop called Couples, Kupels. Fuck you, Farzan. Fuck you, ho. I fucking hated that guy that fucking ran that shit. He was awful. He was so fucking awful. And honestly, the bagel place, it was straight. Like, the bagels were good as fuck. I'm not even gonna play. But I fucking hated that job so fucking much. It was so fucking annoying. Like, being up early, making people bagels all fucking day. And then the way that it was set up to where you always had to slide around. Like, it wasn't big enough for all the people he would be hiring. So all of our titties and booties would be rubbing on each other. I really hated that shit. We all hated that shit. But in retrospect, I feel like that was part of it. You know what I mean? I really feel like there was a reason that was the design. Yes, I do smoke indoors. I do. You don't have to do anything that I do, Mike. Have a good one. Too many moms use their kids, friends, emotional support, and it's so damaging. You're right. Yes. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. Diva, you could definitely get a fucking a smoke on that. Nah, squeegee some windshields. Jesus Christ. You were the same way with your mom, except you didn't block her. Then after 2 years of not hearing from her, I realized how dumb I looked. See, that's not true. You don't look dumb. You don't look dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be nice to my friend. I hope you look in the mirror and are nice to my friend. For real. If you go in that mirror, you're going to see my friend. I hope you're nice to them. Because honestly, like, it's the way that you wanted to believe that she could shift. You wanted to believe that she could remember you and love you. Like, that's not dumb. Quite the opposite. Like, I think, like, the incredible hope of a child, right? The incredible hope. I just think about how, like, as a sim, I'm childish. I'm a childish sim. I'm a funny sim. Definitely a goofy. I got goofy trait. I got clumsy trait. I got childish trait, lazy trait, slob trait, foodie trait, ADHD trait. Like, bitch, honestly, like, I got mad traits as a sim. So it's like, just consider that like, you have mad traits. So there's so many things you are. Dumb? Never. With that being said, we've been here for a long fucking time. We're gonna do a wellness break. I'm behind in the chat, so if you've been writing anything, know that I'm gonna get to your comment or your question soon. But I have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna just come back. No, I shouldn't, because, like, honestly, the chat, I'm so far behind in the chat. But yeah, no, I feel like we're gonna do a 10-minute bathroom break / water break. Just because I'm gonna be real with you, bitch. I don't know what's happening. It's the morning, right? So with that being said, we're doing a 10-minute. We'll be back in what it says 20 or 217. That's when we'll be back here. So just know that we're doing a 10-minute break. If somebody wants to just post, actually, if someone wants to just, like, write, we're doing a 10-minute break, they'll be back in 10 minutes. It's saying it's 7:58 on a Friday, so I will be back at 8:08. Exciting. But yeah, before I come back though, I do have a question. Did y'all know that Kanye West used to recite some of his raps as poems on Def Comedy Jam? I didn't know that. Or Def Poetry Jam? I didn't know that. But he did. He used to recite some of his most popular raps as poems on Def Poetry Jam. And it made me sad because I just thought about how, like, man, what a wild time. Like, we really don't trust Kanye, do we? Like, it's just, I don't know. There's just moments where I get sad thinking about how, like, we used to really think Kanye was great. We used to love him. Woo, Jesus. I was watching poetry the other night and it just had me fucked up.
live in the limit. I know these bitches be wishing they fucking with me. I live in the limit. I know they hating, they do what I'm doing for free. Better for the baby, I'm like TV milk. She's similar, I never let. I don't let up on bitches, ain't no fun in it. I'm a fucking genius, I know where to put my penis. I don't ever miss the clit, I keep it juicy. Birth of Venus, he go deep and see my demons. Now he wanna have a threesome. I can't entertain a geek I just ghost him for a week or put his homie in rotation. He 2K me like the station. He ain't never met a bitch as hard as me. He think we dating. I say, sorry, I don't fuck with niggas who don't fuck with Satan. He say, Jesus is the way. I drank his blood. Now let us pray. I level up, I rise and shine. I put these bitches in their place. They so behind rose. My wine. I keep the Molly in a safe. Yeah.
You gonna put down your what?
On my album.
What I need to say? Pertaining to what?
Just shout, do a shout out to somebody. I don't know.
Alright. What's your rap name, baby mother?
Yeah.
Alright.
Go ahead.
You ready for me?
Yeah.
Are we live and direct?
Yeah.
Man, check this out, man. I just want to shout out my big sis, baby mother, man. You feel me? Free me till you see me, and I'm coming home soon. Wow, that's it.
Alright, cool.
That's it. Alright, that's it.
Yeah, I live in the limit. I know these bitches be wishing they fucking with me. I live in the limit. I know they hating, they do what I'm doing for free. Better for the baby, I'm like TV milk. She's similar, I never let. I don't let them on bitches, ain't no fun in it. I live in the limit. I know these bitches be wishing they fucking with me. I live in the limit. I know they hating, they do what I'm doing for free. Better for the baby, I'm like TV milk. She's similar, I never let. I don't let up on bitches, ain't no fun in it.
I'm sorry, bitch. I'm so sorry. Bad. And my alarm was playing. Okay, we're getting water. Okay, I'm behind in the chat, but I'm getting it together. Yes, you can't make someone love you the way you want. You can only choose to participate in the relationship. You're so smart, Poopy. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Poop. For real. And I hate that your name is Poopy Loki. I'm going to call you Pies. Cannot be calling you Poop. I can't do it. I'm definitely going to call you Pies, bae. Daniel asking how I've been. Better, bitch. I've been better. But we here now. I hope everyone took that bathroom break seriously. You said I'm asking are you okay? If your own family, yeah. Oh, Tiggy, I appreciate you for saying that. That's the thing about it. It's like friend family is a real family. Like some of us got family, or friends rather. Oh, hold on. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought I got some good news, but I didn't. I thought something good happened, but no. But no, you're right. Like making a family out of your friends is a thing. And that's what we've had to do. A lot of us. But that's why I be in so many crazy situations. Cause I be like, I guess I could trust you. You showing up like I could trust you. But bitch, I can't even trust my own mama. So I have to also hold that. I don't know how to trust everybody. I don't. I want to try to learn how to discern and like make it make sense, but I'm gonna fail. I wish I was going to McDonald's. Honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you. I love their fries, but we're not fucking with McDonald's, are we? I hope we're not. I hope we're not giving McDonald's any money. I'm actually about to make some spam fried rice. I'm actually really excited about it because Dane got the fucking got the peas and the carrots coming. I'm so glad because I didn't want to chop no fucking carrot today, bitch. I just didn't have it. I am a fortune teller. I am. You said your mom focused on raising you with only white culture. Your dad's family was in the Klan. Oh my god. Oh shit. Yo, Pies, I appreciate you for saying what you're saying, truly, because like it's the way that like abuse would be unfolding in your household, and it's normalized. Like there are some people that really think it's normal to be around the Klan. It's sad, but it's true. There are some people who have been socialized to be around anti-black people, and so it's the way that like my mom, I feel like, was more of like a conspiracy theorist. Like she really thought everything was the government. She never put nothing on like individuals. Like I feel like I never. Sorry, you ever just like have like a hard booger and it's like hurting your nose? Like, oh, literally for days, me. Literally for days, me, bitch. And I don't think I'm about to heal from this. I think I need to put like some like some fucking jojoba oil, like some warmed oil in my nose or some shit. Actually, I'm about to do that shit. I'm actually about to oil my whole face, bitch, because I feel like that is literally how I maintain a little bit of oil on the face. Your mom's straight focused on raising you only white culture. I'm still shook at like the Nazis. You know what, 83 and Pat? I feel like that's the thing. I asked my mom like that. I'm so glad you brought that up. I asked my mom what her plan was because I've been watching a bunch of videos recently where like people are being candid about, you know, having to take their mama in, having to take in their daddy, having to take somebody back, you know? And so there's a part of me that knows that my brother is the one that's going to be called, the one who just had a baby. And to be honest with you, it's the way that she acting like, oh, I can't wait to be a grandmother. I'm a grandmother. I'm focused on my grandmother life. And it's like, I bet you are, bitch. I bet you are. Because she knows how hard it is to have a baby. Kinda. But it's like, I'm sure she knows my brother is going to need help at some point or want help. And I feel like that's why she does what she does. I also feel like my brother is ashamed of what happened to our family. And so he goes out his way to show up, to be the representation for the Mitchell family. My last name is Brissett. I don't go down to the Mitchell family because as far as I'm concerned, they're not that kind. I also feel like people love my Aunt Brenda, the one that I lived with. And I feel like because she's a messy bitch, I feel like instead of her acknowledging like, you know, I took my niece in when she was going through a really rough time, I didn't have the spoons to care for her. And honestly, you know, the fact that she still exists on this earth and tries to have a relationship with me, you would think that that would be enough for her, you know? You would think it would be enough that I tried to like still love her and care for her deeply, even after she betrayed me in the way that she did. But no, I think unfortunately, as she is white passing like my mother, I think her desire was to gain sympathy from the black family members in Virginia and be like, oh, I took in this wayward child. And again, because of how I look and because she's white passing, I become the evil black child. Like, sweetie, it's the way that I actually see like my childhood in like 4D, and it's so fucking sick. Like, it's the way that I remember my little brother getting beat after church because he was being like rowdy. And it's like, sweetie, first of all, and honestly, now I'm getting extra creeped out. But there was this old white man at the church who used to give kids candy for Bible verses. I know. And we used to find his ass. It's some warm oil. Listen, these boogers are so hard, bitch. I don't know what's happening. I ain't never had this kind of situation before in my life. But some avocado oil inside of a cup, inside a boiling pot of water. Swear. Wait, Not I almost walked away and my booty's out. I was like, hold on. I don't think I can keep going. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh, it still hurts. It still hurts. It's definitely not healed. But hopefully that does something for me. What am I smoking? Today, I'm smoking these infused pre-rolls. They're so fucking tasty. I don't really like pre-rolls, but I've been breaking them down so that I can like roll them up in my spliffy. But this strawberries and cream, girl, oh my God. My period is like on its way out. I'm on like my last day of my period. So, you know, it's that like muddy brown shit, bitch. I already know. So it's the way I got a makeshift pad all the way to my butthole, bitch, because it's the way that the blood don't want to stay where the fuck it's at. It's the way that the blood want to migrate into your butthole, bitch. I don't have time. And it's not even blood no more. That's the worst part, bitch. I love talking about periods so candidly. I hope all the men leave. Excuse me. I hope all of the cis men leave. Pause, because we ain't trying to give transphobic bitch like, hello. But hold up. For the people asking me if I'm a man, no, but I do have big dick energy, and that's what you're sensing. It's okay. It's okay. Just because you like me, that doesn't make you gay. You was already gay. I just brought it out of your spirit, but you was already gay before you met me. Just so you know, don't be mad. Don't tussle. You was already gay. Just because you like me, that don't make you gay. Sweetie, you've been gay. I really wish RuPaul would have did a remix. Anyways, what strain am I smoking? As I said, I'm smoking these pre-rolls that are infused. This one's called Strawberry Cream Cake. I looked up the strain, Strawberry Cream Cake. I feel like Strawberry Cream Cake and Mango Tango. Two bad bitches. Excuse me. But I think I'm about to smoke. Wait. I'm smoking sugar cookies. It's nice. I'm crying at Minnie asking, and you know what? That's another layer to this. Like people asking me if I'm a man while I look how I look. It's just like another layer of like anti-blackness and misogyny war. Like I want to just hold that like there are so many conversations unfolding, but one that I keep seeing is one where like people are not, unfortunately, haven't been educated on the anti-blackness of transphobia. And so what I want to just start off by saying is that like I am a trans person. I've always been trans. I just like didn't have language for my experience. But I remember growing up and like because of the identities that I hold as a lighter skinned mixed person who has a white passing parent who is ashamed of her whiteness, I grew up being praised a lot for being beautiful, for being so like my mom used to call me her Amazon. Like my mom used to say a lot of things about me that in retrospect, I realized like I was just like an ornament. And so it's the way that I also want to hold that like now that I'm older, when a white passing woman or a white woman has brown children, that does signal to Black men. And so I have to also hold that like maybe it wasn't even that I was a pet to my mother. I might have also been like a confirmation that she likes Black men. And so with that being said, it's the way that like I think my mom did a lot of proving, trying to prove to Black men that she really was like down for them. And like it included like her children being abused. It included, you know, her being abused. Like it included a lot of abuse. And so unfortunately, I think about my grandfather and I think about how my mother told me that her father, my grandfather, who is, he's not biracial, but he's like a Barack Obama. You know what I mean? Actually, he's not like a Barack Obama. His father is biracial and his mother is Black. So he's like the Obama's kids, if that makes sense. And so with that being said, my grandfather shows up in the world as a black man. However, because he has green eyes and he is browner skinned, like there were definitely times when he was younger. He also has red hair. So when he was younger, like people definitely did like exotify him. But I think at the same time, like him having a biracial father, him having a white grandparent, like I think those things do add up. Like I have a white granny. It adds up. It's the way that like I know how to behave in front of white people, and it's like church plus white people around me, like setting a standard with violence. Um, Thank you so much, Poop. Thank you, Poop. I'm sorry, I want to call you Pie so bad, but I'm screaming. Awesome. Okay, that's amazing. I'm so glad that I was behind in chat, but like I'm all the way caught up now. Woo! But yeah, like I was saying though, I think about how we're all really trying to make sense of what the fuck is going on here, but I think it can be a little bit harder when you don't have elders. And I'm also someone that's like into witchcraft. I'm into spirituality. I'm into spell work in general. And so I just think about how like wild it is that like we don't have elders in this shit. And so it makes like your family more critical, especially like chosen family. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Like my mom, she's not a good person and it sucks because like I really didn't care. Like I hate that for me. I didn't care that my mom wasn't good. Like I just wanted her to be like my mom. And I have to like unfortunately sit with the reality that like she's gonna be my mom. She's not. And that I have to find mentors, I have to find elders that I respect and I admire. And it's an opportunity. It's not the worst thing that's happened, but I definitely do feel like my experience with my mom has kind of like put me in a situation where there are definitely times where I think about how my mom is not, she's not able to love. Not because she doesn't want to love, I don't think. What up, Ava? But I think like my mom has not been loved. I feel like that's really what I'm up against, right? Is like my mom's lack of love and my abundance and like trying to still share it with her. It sucks. Like, absolutely. Wearing blue. I'm connected to the Bloods. Of course. It makes sense. I can see where you got that. Mm-hmm. Shit is fucking balls hot. What up, Kazakhstan? Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Ava. I appreciate you. But yeah, no, I'm just like, as I said, there's a part of me that wanted her to text me back and be like, I love you and you're my daughter and I care about you deeply. Like I really wanted that, but I know it's not true. I think the truth hurts worse. That she doesn't really care about me, that I was just, I was just a means. I was just like a check. I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying before though, I asked my mom like what she wants to do, Thank you, Ava. I asked her what she's trying to do because like I already knew like my brother is the one that's gonna probably end up taking you in. So I just wanted to ask her like what she was thinking. And her energy was like, I have to work. She's like, I can't even retire like I want to. Like she's very upset about the Trump shit. But I feel like at the same time, I hate to say this, I'm pretty sure my mom voted for Trump. No games. Like, I'm pretty sure. And again, it's the way that, like, I didn't vote for anybody because I'm undocumented. That's the only reason why I didn't vote. But it's the way that, like, my mom really is. I hate to say this. Like, I think she's a white supremacist. Like, I think that she thinks that, black men are, to fuck, to exploit for resources, and black children. Or brown children. I'll say that because she never had no black child, but brown children. Like I really think that my mom wanted to. I feel like it wasn't even just that my mom was trying to like make it seem like Like, I don't even think we were just like a signifier to black men that she wanted to fuck, that she wanted to fuck them. I think it was also like, see, like my babies don't look white. Like, I think my mom used us as like a, see, my babies look like this because I have black ancestry, you know? I'm crying. I mean, I feel like I'm just regulated. I feel like I can be a bitch. I could be a cunt. I could be a lot of things. But yeah, I'm actually high as a bitch. I've also had my morning tea out of my Hello Kitty mug. You know, it's a lot of things to be happy about. But thank you for the well wishes. Like, I really hope that I do get to be a good YouTuber. That is one goal of mine. But I feel like the bigger goal is just to exist on camera and be my full self. Because someone as fat as me doesn't usually like get the space to be gross. And like, I know some people may be turned off by like my style of like shooting. I don't care. I feel like as someone who's fat and so sweaty, I am the sweatiest girl. I feel like I have spent so much of my life trying to appear perfect, and I know I failed. I'm glad. But I'm just saying, like, it's the way that, like, when you're online, when you're on camera, like, you want to look, you want to just be, and it's just, like, so funny now. Because it's like, bitch, I'm putting on a t-shirt and I'm Winnie the Pooh here, bitch. Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to look anything, and like, anything. I know some people may not appreciate that. That's fine. But for me, I'm just thinking about all the fat women that I see that are like going out their way to look so beautiful. And it's like, yeah, I know what that's like. It takes a lot of labor, costs a lot of money. And I'm good. I don't care if people perceive me as poor, ugly, dirty. Like, I don't care anymore. Because I just feel like when I want to look super put together, I will. But if we're just kicking it in the crib, sweetie, I'm Winnie the Pooh. I'm fat, bitch. Nah, Ava, let's live in reality. I'm fat. And you saying you can't reach 10 subscribers, what are you posting about? Like, what is your channel about? Sell yourself. Share. You know, give us an intro. Maybe don't sell yourself, but give us an intro. Give us a little, you know. You got 29 people in here that don't even know you, Ava. Speak kindness on yourself. Speak kindness on yourself. Like, you got 10 people that are watching. That's dope. Like, there was a moment where nobody was watching my channel. Like, I'm grateful for everybody that's fucking here. But again, like, we don't start off with people that care. We don't. We start off hoping that people will care. And as they start to, I feel like don't focus on the number. I'm not, like, when I look at the number of followers I have, I'm grateful, but I also know, like, they're not all following me. Like, some of those people don't check on me like that. It's not anything shady, but it's like, that's not who's, like, all here. You know? Like, they're not really all here, which sucks. But I feel like at the same time, I feel like I don't get too attached to the number because you could go crazy, like, trying to look at likes and follower count, comments and shit. I feel like for me, what's exciting is when I get someone who comments about the video that they watch. Like that, I feel like that's my favorite notification. It's like someone watched the video and said something about it. And I also love, you know, hey, I'm back from, you know, I haven't seen your videos in a while. Like, I love those videos. I love those comments. But I'm not doing it for the number count. And like, also, like, recently got a few hundred followers, like the last couple weeks. I'm grateful. But as I've said before, this is found footage. This is the ring. You feel me? I want someone to find this YouTube and be like, what's going on here? I want people to be very curious about what the fuck's happening here, because honestly, there have been so many silly things that have happened on this channel, and I'm grateful. But moving forward, I feel like I'm still trying to like maintain my silliness, my candor, and while also, you know, trying to also be candid about how we're in the collapse of history. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to entertain you, but it's like, also, how the fuck we doing this? How many people are doing crack? You don't have to tell me, but let's be real. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, how many people are alcoholics? You know what I mean? Like, how many people are dealing with addiction, trying to cope, you know? Like, I feel like that's what I want to do. I don't want to just sit up here and act like, oh my God, the world's so crazy. We know. What else we doing? You like to talk about Toca Boca. What the fuck is that? Tell me more. No, people are probably touching their dick to me, which is wild as fuck. Like, I feel like at this point, I can understand in past manifestations of me, like, there are definitely some videos where my yitties are out, like, bad, and I'm just like, LOL. Like, there are definitely videos where I definitely look. Damn. That was a cute beat. Everybody makes mistakes. That's why they put erasers on pencils. Okay, so, all right, Circus Soul. You better come through. You better put that on the t-shirt. Here's my thing. I don't have to remind myself I'm pretty. I feel like that's the thing about being privileged in this society. And I'm gonna go in because I feel like, again, it's the way that like we live in a world where if people think that you're attractive, people treat you so much better. So I don't have to remind myself. Like, the world reminds me all the time. Like, I'm told a lot that I'm pretty, that I'm attractive. I get it a lot. And so I don't focus on that. That's not where my worth comes, because I know that I'm going to get old. I know I'm going to start to look like a pork chitterling. I know that I'm going to start looking like a pork crackling. I know that's going to happen, bitch. I have significant Caucasic ancestry, bitch. I do. And so I know I'm going to start looking like a raisin, bitch, and not even in the sun. So with that being said, I'm really hoping that I can just continue to maintain that, like, I want to focus on, like, getting my worth from things I had to earn, you know, like the knowledge that I've been able to acquire from my lived experience. Like, I'm so happy that I've learned how to regulate my nervous system, you know? Like, when things go wrong, I can say, hey, it's okay. I don't start screaming and going fucking crazy. Like, yo, why did I watch a video I posted and I got so cringed out? Oh my God, it's called Angry and Weaveless. Oh shit. Bro, I was going insane. My baby. I love you. Oh my God, you're carrying everything. Did you text me to open the door?
No.
Okay, good, because I didn't see it if you did. Wow, you got so much stuff. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He's so strong. Can you hear how strong he is, you guys?
Oh. Hi, y'all.
I'm crying. He's like, not your own line, bitch. Now I brought all these snacks for you. I'm so fucking excited. Are there berries in there? Because I really would love a berry.
Black or rasp?
Oh, we got options. Okay. Let's do rasp, honestly.
Okay.
Ooh. Thank you. Can you take me out a lemon too?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm gonna wash it. Calm down, calm down. That's what the lemon is for. Shit, what time is it? Ooh, I gotta go. I gotta go to work, you guys. I love you. But I'll be back later. Honestly. Thank you. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank y'all for being super kind. I appreciate. Not in video games, the music changes when enemies are around. I'm screaming. Thank y'all. Sidebar, I do want to say that Dane brought the Xbox from his mom's house. So bitch, I feel like I'm about to be doing streams of me playing Grand Theft Auto again, which is so exciting. Cause bitch, I love Grand Theft Auto so much. The game is so stupid. It's like Sims, but like on drugs. And I'm just like, delish. But yeah, so there's gonna be a gaming channel perhaps at some point. I'm more of a cozy gamer, so I feel like I'm gonna do some Sims gaming situations as well. But I feel like I don't know what my gaming channel name is gonna be. I feel like I'm gonna start on here, and then like if people care enough, I'm gonna actually make the channel. But then again, I should probably just make the channel and then see what happens. I feel like I should do that, because I feel like at this point this channel got a community strike on it because they're mad. I had said something about crystal meth one time, and they were like, "This is not. We can't sell no Tide Pods on this shit, bitch. Don't be talking about no crystal meth." So I think I'm gonna make a channel where like I say stuff like Frankenfurter and Bump Bump and what the fadoosh, you know what I mean? What the Frank? Right. Like, oh, rats. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure it out because I love to cuss so much. But I'm gonna have to get it together. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just like use a sensor. Like maybe I'll have like a bleep. Like I think I'll have to do that. Anyways, I appreciate y'all for listening. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm hoping that folks support. So I'm hoping folks. You know what, Ava? I didn't even read your message, but I was gonna be like, hey. But if Ava's content hits for you, you know, I'm really hoping that you show them some love because it's clear that like they really do want to be supported on here. But I hope you also know, friend, that like people supporting you on here, it's beautiful, but it is not a. It's not a given. It's not a given. And so with that being said, like just try to remember like the people that are there, focus on them, focus on who's there, focus on making polls and asking them more questions. Cause you might be able to figure out that, you know, the content that you're making is great. And they want more of it, or they want to see you do something different. So just consider that. And I'm not being kind. I'm just trying to be mindful of the fact that like you just got here. You're new here. You're new. So I'm trying to just give as many tips as I can because like I've been here for like 17 years. They actually just told me the other day, they were like, this is your 17-year anniversary. And I'm like, that is crazy that like I started in Aries season. I did not realize I started this channel in Aries season. I really wonder what the birth chart of my channel is. I'm going to look. But anyways, I appreciate y'all so much. Just thank y'all for being kind to me and loving. If I could leave you with one tip, your birth chart is a tarot spread. Every placement in your birth chart is a tarot card. Enjoy. Look at it.